Welcome to the Foresters pregame show presented by Coastal Copy, and we are joined today by the pitching coach, Coach Ryan Kramer. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, Coach, we've seen kind of a rotation come into play in terms of starting pitchers. Will we likely see that through the rest of the season?
Yeah, we're going to hold to it. They need to pitch good. We have a lot of good pitchers, and we have a lot of guys with starting experience that are in the pen right now, and I think it's always good to have options because you got to get 27 now. It's not just the first three. So we're going to roll with Bix today. We're going to roll with Frank tomorrow like we did last week, and we'll just go game by game. But I feel good about how the guys are gelling in general and then how the pitching staff and like their roles are kind of getting set.
We're talking about Bixby starting here this afternoon. Last outing, he struggled a little bit. Have you been working with him or anything mentally or actually in terms of technique with him?
Yeah, I mean, I think pitching is super mental, Like, you got the ball and you're on your own out there and you got to get it done. And hitters can always rely on, like, oh, hitting's hard. But pitching is hard in that you need to be repeatable and you need to get a lot of outs. So we're working a couple things. I'm not here to change anybody or anything. We're just trying to make things better. So if that's mechanical, it'll be a little bit mechanical tweak. Maybe it's spin. But a lot of times it's just mentality and, having an attack mindset, which he does. And he's very honest with himself. And yeah, we look it in the mirror, we make the changes we need to make, and then by today, we're just ready to go. We're going to rip it.
And talking about some of the mental things, I know you as a coach pitching, good background in that. Is there anything specifically you tell any guy, reliever or starter that's been struggling from your personal experience, what you say to them?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's broad. You got to know each guy, and you got to know their understanding. You don't want to get too deep with a guy that wants it to be on surface level, and there's other guys that really want to understand themselves. So my best piece of advice is just know who you are. And I think everything comes from that. So identity is a huge piece. And guys need to get comfortable with failure and success. And the guys that bounce back quickly, don't get too down or too up, they're comfortable with who they are.
We have Bixby today. Who else would we like to see at the bullpen this afternoon?
I think Max Frasier will be long relief today. I don't want to plan for, we got to plan for everything. So Max will be long relief, and then we have some of the other guys, Diego, Shea Went, Jake Fields is going to pitch today probably. Jackson Cloud's up. So we got some good guys, and I'm trying to keep a rotation on the front end and the back end so everybody's getting work,
Awesome, Coach. Well, we appreciate your time and play well today.
We're going to go for it.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, Coach. Play well. First pitch coming up right after this. Welcome back to Santa Barbara, California for the final game of the Foresters homestand. Today, the Stars welcome in the San Diego Sunrays for a Saturday afternoon matchup. Hello, Hunter Shoemaker alongside Aiden O'Neill welcoming you to Santa Barbara High School. Well, Aiden, the Stars playing very well. They've won 3 straight. Look to continue that momentum today into a very tough matchup tomorrow at SLO.
Yeah, the offense has been amazing, Hunter, and what's really stood out to me has been the long, grueling at-bats. I talked to Will Rogers yesterday, but the ability for 1 through 9 to go deep into counts, 6, 7 pitches, find mistakes over the middle of the plate and really take advantage has been what has catapulted this recent winning streak. And then we look on the mound today, Mason Bixby, and on paper, this is the best starter that the Foresters have. He's a force fastball, mid to high 90s, but the command last outing is really what plagued him. 12 ERA. He's looking for one signature start that can kind of right the ship this season.
I'm looking at the 2 starters this afternoon. 2 very big boys. Bixby, 6'7", 240, and Jack O'Malley, who will get the start for San Diego, 6'8", 235. Should be seeing a lot of heat on the hill this afternoon.
A ton of velo, and this is the best arm that the Foresters will have to face this season. And you talked about a momentum booster going into SLO tomorrow. We know what that rivalry possesses. Always close games down to the wire. If you can get a statement victory today here in Santa Barbara, that will go a long way.
Now let's take a look at the starting lineup today for the San Diego Sunrays. Leading off in center field, Gabe Darcy to bat second, and at second, Evan Rolbecki to bat third, and at first, Zach Late. In the cleanup spot and in left field, JT Crabb to bat fifth, and in right field, Carson Case in the 6th hole, the DH Isaiah Marquez to bat 7th, and doing the catching, Max Imhoff in the 8th hole, and at third base, Braden Grantham. And the 9th hole for the San Diego Sunrays, the shortstop, Frank Estrada, with the starting pitcher today, Jack O'Malley. Well, it is sure another beautiful day from Santa Barbara. The Stars enter today 10-5 in CCL play, and currently the San Diego Sunrays at the bottom of the CCL South at 3-12. And here comes Gabe Darcy, the leadoff man in center field. Man who plays for the University of San Diego. Kick things off, and Bixby, big thing for him, get off on the right foot and get ahead in counts.
First pitch strikes. We talked about it in the Cody Howard outing a little bit, but being able to get ahead of hitters will be the story of this outing.
First pitch, and that will Miss high, check down to first base. They said he went around, so that was the first pitch strike, and that first ball at 96 from Bixby, 0-1. Darcy Rolbecki late here in the opening inning for the San Diego Sunrays. The 0-1 pitch, and Darcy swinging a miss, strike 2.
2 high fastballs, velocity already at 96. And for Darcy, the eyes, they light up when you see a pitch that high in the strike zone. Even though it's not in the zone, a swing through. Now Bixby has a pitch to play with.
0-2, and the pitch, Darcy stays alive. That one at 97 from Bixby on the hill. Means no balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff man for the Sunrays.
Darcy struggled a bit to start the season, a .216 average, but looking at bats, he's been at the top of the order. The San Diego team, they trust him to turn the season around.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and Darcy rolls it over to Drew Markle at short, ranges over to his right, and the throw over to first was in time to Jack Coleman to retire Gabe Darcy. Let's take a look at the defense today for the Sturs. Patterson will be at third. Drew Markle scooped up that ball at short. Addison Klepsch is at second. Jack Coleman in at first. Ryan Taman, the catcher. In the outfield, Dylan Maxey will be in left. Caden Peterson in center. And Will Rogers out in right. This will bring up Evan Rolbecki, one away in the top of the first. First pitch. And Rolbecki sees a high fastball, 96, ball 1.
Really looking forward to this young, speedy middle infield. We haven't seen the combo of Markle and Klepsch so far this season. Both very good, young, talented players. I'm excited to see what they can do.
1-0 pitch, and Rolbecki checks swing. That ball is a fair ball down the first base line. Looks like it might have hit the hands of Rolbecki. But touching first base, recording the second out, and Rolbecki. And now there's Rolbecki playing that hit his hand.
And now there's going to be some frustration from the Foresters side. One thing that's interesting, Hunter, is usually when it hits the hand, it won't roll that far. The sound from behind home plate, it felt like a foul ball, or in that case, a fair ball just because of it being cued. But the batter takes off the batting glove, shows maybe the mark that ball left, and he's awarded first base.
So Rolbecki now at first after it looked like they were going to record the second out on that very weird play down the first baseline, just rolling fair. But Rolbecki now aboard, bring up Zach Late. First pitch, and Late on it for strike number 1. Zach Late playing for Old Dominion U. 6 for 15 to start his season with the San Diego Sunrays. Got Evan Rolbecki with 1 out. Runner goes, and this ball is popped up, now go out of play into the fencing for strike number 2. And the runner will have to come back.
It will be interesting to see how these Rays adjust to that high fastball. Bixby hasn't been able to miss down at all, and I'm sure the coach is echoing, see the ball up. Make sure you're not swinging at it, but Bixby's going to continue to go there if he gets swings.
Pitch to Zach Late, and Late will send it straight back again. He will stay alive, 0-2. On deck will be JT Crabb for the San Diego Sunrays. And the Sunrays enter today on a 2-game losing streak against the Oaks, and the OC Riptide checked back to first base, and safely is Evan Rolbecki. But as a CCL affiliate, 3-12 entering today. Also be on the road tomorrow. Well, we saw Rolbecki show his cards. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Zach Late sees it down, and that ball will get away from Taman to advance Evan Rolbecki to second base. It's going to put a man in scoring position. 1-2 count now for Zach Late.
That was one of the first off-speed pitches we've seen from Bixby. And a pitch that, if you ask Ryan Taman, he probably thinks he should have squeezed a free 90 feet. And now, see, Bixby been relying on that fastball. He's thrown it the majority of this outing. Likely will go back to it here with 2 strikes.
1-2 pitch. And Late sees it high, and that one bounces back. Maybe a play at third base. Did they get him? No, sliding in safely is Evan Rolbecki. That took a good hop off the fencing behind home plate. Taman fielded it well, but to third goes Rolbecki. An opportunity for the Sunrays to strike first.
Very interesting with the backstop we have here at Eddie Matthews Field. You tend to see those kicks right back to the catcher. but even aggressive base runners. If you have speed, you won't make it. Something to keep of note as this game moves on.
Now a man at third. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and Zach Late pops it up and out of play. Good battle here between Zach Late and Mason Bixby. Remains 2-2.
The timing from the Rays on the fastball has been there. You see a lot of foul balls straight back. Bixby's going to need to adjust.
Here's the pitch, the 2-2, and a swing and a miss at 97 for Mason Bixby. 2 gone in the first, and a big second out with a man at third.
Reach back fastball, added a little velocity on that one, and got him swinging. But you see the location, Hunter, much better on the outside. He was just elevating middle. That time, put it on a corner, and a lot of success with his first strikeout.
Here's JT Crabb out in left field, but a man at third base for the Sunrays. First pitch, and a fastball at 97. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Down the first base line. Strike one to JT Crabb. JT Crabb playing in his third game today for the Sunrays. He's gone 1 for 6 his first 2 contests. The pitch missing high, 1-1.
And even though this San Diego team has struggled to start the season, a lot of top D1 guys, feels like a signature win for them would really change the season. So the Forsters have to stay focused for all 9 innings.
1-1 pitch, 98. Bixby creeping up there. Missing high for ball 2. And Evan Rolbecki, he was hit by Bixby right on the hands, worked his way all the way to third base on some errant pitches. 2 gone. Here's a 2-1 pitch to JT Crabb. And Crabb swing and fouled it back into the glove of Taman. 2-2.
Another fastball, and you see Crabb, he is late. You talked about it, only 3 games so far. Can only imagine he hasn't seen a fastball of this caliber so far this season. Should go right back to it here.
2-2 and missing high, full count. The Sturs playing in their final game of the homestand, 3 straight at home here at Eddie Matthews Field. Be on the road tomorrow to close out this week, but Bixby does not want to lose Crabb. Carson Case stands on deck. Here's a 3-2 pitch. And Crabb whiff and a miss. Mason Bixby, consecutive Ks, and a man stranded at third base. The heater at 98 from Mason. Go to the bottom of the first. The Stur Bats coming up next.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Foresters Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
And to the bottom of the first inning, Jack O'Malley, the starting pitcher for the Sunrays on the hill. And we set it 6'8", 235. 2 big boys tossing low to mid-90s, and he'll be fun to watch as well.
Tons of velocity for him on the mound. We see him coming from a smaller university in Bucknell, but pitchers come from all over the country. That's one of those positions where you're going to find gems in any spot, and we talked about it in the pregame, but this is the best arm that the Foresters have faced all year. But these top D1 guys that the Foresters have, they're used to seeing velocity. Could benefit them. We saw a little bit of a different approach last couple games with lower velo and kind of softballing them, working them backwards, but today's more of a traditional feel.
Here's Dylan Maxey, who will lead things off to bat second. Addison Klepsch to bat third. Caden Peterson in the cleanup spot. Jack Holman batting fifth. Daniel Patterson in 6th spot. Will Rogers to bat 7th. Jesse DiMaggio. Ryan Taman in the 8 hole. And Drew Markle will be the 9-hole hitter for the Sturs. First pitch to Dylan, and it misses high at 93. Ball 1. And for Dylan Maxey out in left field today, we have not seen that. Typically been behind the dish. He's been a DH as well, but he's been phenomenal to say the least to start his season with the Santa Barbara Foresters. Average of over 400 and OBP over 600. The second pitch at 94 in there for a strike, 1-1.
And the reason for that 650 OBP, Hunter, is the patience that he shows. One at-bat that stood out to me yesterday was up 3-0. He ended up taking 2 strikes before he even swung the bat.
1-1 pitch, and Maxey swings on that one at 94, strike 2.
Professional and seasoned hitters are never in a hurry, and that's exactly what Maxey is. Always has an approach, able to hit to all fields, and wherever you place him in the order, he's been very productive.
So Maxey down the count against Jack O'Malley, the right-hander from Bucknell. 1-2, Addison Klepsch awaits on the wings. Here's the 1-2, and Maxey sees it away, 2-2.
Maxey out at Texas Tech. Him and TJ Pompey coming over here for the summer. Both with amazing campaigns in 2024, and that is carried over.
O'Malley coming set against the leadoff man. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and Dylan Maxey swing and a miss. He is sat down by Jack O'Malley. 1 gone in the bottom of the first. Still no score here from Santa Barbara High School.
O'Malley goes to the fastball elevated with 2 strikes, and Maxey cannot hold up. We usually see him taking those pitches, but needing to protect with 2 strikes. He lets it go and chases upstairs. Now it's Klepsch's turn.
So for Addison Klepsch, batting second in the lineup today for Bill Pintard. A little bit of a different order today for the Sturs. First pitch, breaking ball, and that will miss high. Ball 1, the discrepancy in the velos there. That one at 76 compared to some balls clipping 90, 93, 94. One away and the base is clear. There's 1-0 pitch, and Addison will take a strike, 1-1.
Addison Klepsch only 14 at-bats this season, a 286 average, but he's slugging 570. A lot of pop in that bat, even with this smaller frame.
Gets the nod today defensively at second base for the manager. The 1-1, and Addison fouls it back. Another fastball, strike number 2.
And you see a lot of these young guys. Seniority definitely does reign supreme on the Foresters roster. A lot of seasoned veterans, but today DiMaggio's in there. And then you see Klepsch. A lot of guys that can maybe make their mark. A Drew Markle to get themselves more at-bats as the season moves forward.
A few guys having the day off. TJ Pompey, Souza, Sebring all sitting today. The 1-2 and a swing and a miss, and Addison Klepsch sat down. That fastball at 95 from Jack O'Malley. He is inching up there. 2 strikeouts to start the outing for the right-hander.
Both guys flame-throwing, and if you're manager Pintard, you're telling your players, get on time with the fastball. If we can be on time with that pitch, the secondary stuff will be a lot easier to see out of the hand.
Here's Caden Peterson. 2 gone, bases clear. Bottom of the first, no score between the Sunrays and the Sturs. First pitch, and Caden take a breaking ball down low, ball 1. Peterson entering today, 333 average, batting in the 3rd spot in the order, and a phenomenal player in terms of running, getting on base for the manager, Bill Pintard. 1-0 pitch, and Peterson sees 2 off-speed pitches, 2-0.
Peterson out of the University of Pacific. We constantly rave about how good he is at the top of the order, but today in more of a run production role, batting 3rd.
Here's a 2-0 pitch, and Peterson will see his first fastball of the AB. It misses high, and that is ball 3 after O'Malley struck out the first 2 he faces, falls behind 3 balls, and no strikes to Caden. Jack Holman standing on deck.
Should be taking all the way here, 3-0, trying to get a base runner.
The pitch, and that is down low, ball 4. So Caden Peterson only has to see 4, and he reaches base on balls with 2 out to bring up Jack Holman.
Jack Holman, former UCLA Bruin, recently committed to UC Santa Barbara, and talk about a power bat, Hunter. Manager Pintard always raves about how good of a pure hitter this guy is, and he's only been productive for the Foresters. Looking to keep that going today. A 423 average, over 1,000 OPS. Been amazing.
At first base defensively, as a 2-out base runner, the first pitch down low, good keep from Imhoff, the catcher. Let's take a look at the defense today for the Sunrays. Braden Grantham is at third, Frank Estrada at short, Evan Rolbecki at second, Zach Late at first base, Max Imhoff doing the catching. JT Crabb is out in left field, Gabe Darcy in center, Carson Case out in right field for the San Diego Sunrays. 5 straight balls from Jack O'Malley. Walked Peterson, Holman ahead in the count 1-0. Here's the pitch, and Holman will see it away. 6 straight balls now from O'Malley after striking out the first 2. And the catcher, Imhoff, out to have a word with the starting pitcher.
Now you got to imagine the Foresters will still be taking all the way, forcing O'Malley to come into the strike zone. You don't want to give him any freebies if you swing at one that wouldn't have been a strike anyway. And a professional hitter like Jack Holman knows that approach to a T.
For Jack O'Malley, starting pitcher for the Sunrays, only his second start of the year, and his first start only threw 2 innings, no hits, no runs. He did walk 1 and punched out 3 in his first 2 outings with the San Diego Sunrays. He's tossed 6 straight balls to Peterson and now Holman. Peterson well off first base and forcing the right-hander to step off. Means 2-0.
With how prominent base stealing is in Foresters' culture this year, you see them get those big jumps before the pitcher even throws the ball sometimes.
Here's the pitch and the 2-0 in right center field. That ball will fall. Holman looks to go to second base. Peterson looks to come home. Caden Peterson rounding all the way around, and he will score. Jack Holman drives in a run with a double into the gap in right center field. Sturs lead 1-0.
Stay hot, Jack Holman. What a start for the Sturs. Crushed into the right center field gap. An easy send from Shooky at third to send Peterson home. And he scores without a throw. 1-0 Sturs here in the first.
That's going to bring up Daniel Patterson. A run in, home half of the opening inning. Holman now at second. Patterson batting on the 8th spot today for Santa Barbara. First pitch, and Patterson over to the shortstop, one hopper. Estrada fields, and the throw was in time. I saw Holman have to hold up, not get pegged by that baseball, but Patterson, he will ground out. But Jack Holman drives in the opening run of the ball game. We go to the second. Sturs lead 1-0.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Second inning, Mason Bixby remaining on the hill for the Sturs, but they now lead 1-0 after the RBI double from Jack Holman to score Caden Peterson in the opening frame. It's going to be Carson Case, Isaiah Marquez, Max Imhoff due up in this inning for the San Diego Sunrays, now trailing by a run. Carson Case batting from the left side, plays for Cal State Chico to lead things off in this inning for the Sunrays.
Mason Bixby looking for yet another 0. 2 strikeouts in the opening frame.
First pitch, and Case will take a strike 94. So Bixby getting ahead against the first batter. What we want to see from Mason here in this outing. Get comfortable on the hill, get ahead in counts. There's the 0-1 pitch, and Carson Case will see to wait at 95, 1-1.
Bixby working on the outer half of the plate with the fastball in this at-bat. Very good sign of things to come. A lot more in control.
1-1 pitch, and that fastball missing high, ball 2. And we talked with Ryan Kramer before the game here this afternoon about what he tries to do with any pitcher that's been struggling, reliever, starter, all about what the pitcher is and what his personality is, really dependent on what you try to say as a coach. 2-1 pitch, and Case peppers it foul, and foul ground, maybe a chance, but goes out of play. Drew Markle was trying to get there from short, but it falls for strike number 2.
Love the challenge fastball from Bixby there in on the hands. Case batting .270 on the season. 37 at-bats. That's tied for the team lead. Been an integral part of the Sunrays' plan so far this year.
Leadoff man at a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch, and it nearly clips the right side, 95. Don't want to get hit by one of those. Full count.
Just a bit inside, and this will really tell the story of where his fastball is at. In 3-2 counts, the ability to execute on corners and not leave anything over the middle of the plate. Something to watch as we move forward.
Isaiah Marquez will be next for San Diego. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Case chops it over to second base. Here's Addison Klepsch, holds his ground, and the throw in time to Holman at first to retire the right fielder.
And that was a beautiful spot from Mason Bixby, knowing he has to come into the strike zone, but still putting it on the black. Makes it look easy. Addison Klepsch over there at second, and a great start to the inning for the Sturs.
Here's Isaiah Marquez, starting as the DH for the San Diego Sunrays. One away, top of the second, first pitch. He was late on it, strike 1 at 96, the delivery from Mason. Another nice day from Santa Barbara. Winds blowing out towards center field. Here's the 0-1, and Marquez, another fastball, takes it high this time, 1-1.
It's been beautiful, Hunter. We're hoping to get a little bit of a breeze in our booth. Heats up a little bit as the game moves on, but it's been amazing, to say the least.
Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Marquez will lay on it again. Another one at 96 from Bixby, 1-2. Earlier today, we did see a little bit of a cloud cover, especially where I was a little north of the high school. It always typically burns off, but the first morning, I was a little bit more gray skies. It's been sunny and blue skies early mornings. 1-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss. Mason Bixby has his third strikeout, 2 gone in the second.
Mason Bixby simply saying, I'm going to throw the fastball, and you can try and hit it, because not one Sunray hitter has been able to catch up so far. 3 strikeouts, all on the heater, and when you throw that hard, even if you miss middle, sometimes it's still a very good pitch, and Bixby's been rolling, to say the least.
2 gone, base is clear. Top of the second, Sturs lead by a run. Here's Max Imhoff, and Imhoff will see a fastball at 97 or a strike. Sturs picked up a run in the opening inning. Caden Peterson worked a walk, driven in by Jack Holman, his RBI double. 0-1. And Imhoff sees it high and in. Might have hit the corner, but it's 1-1. Max Imhoff playing for Yale. 2 gone, 1-1 pitch. And this one is popped up, and that'll go over the first base dugout, over our stands. Now to play, it remains 1-2. And a nice crowd in attendance here so far. I felt like on that double, talked about in the break from Jack Holman, bit of one of the louder buzzes so far this season.
Yeah, the Forster faithful is amazing. They come out every single game, but no, today there is a different feel. It's almost like the Saturday baseball energy is getting to everybody.
Here's a 1-2 pitch, and this one's hit high in the left field. Back there is Dylan Maxey tracking back and makes the squeeze out and left to retire the side. Mason Bixby, 3 up, 3 down in the second. Go to the home half of this second inning. Sturs lead by a run. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Bottom of the second inning, Santa Barbara Foresters lead by a run. It's going to be Will Rogers, DeStimaggio, and Ryan Taman up in the second to face Jack O'Malley for the first time.
And Will Rogers, he was our player of the game yesterday. The highlight was that big triple in the right center field gap that kind of broke the game open. The Foresters had 2 innings that could be characterized as crooked numbers that pushed them over the top, but Will Rogers was that main contributor, and he continues to be that quintessential utility guy that you can throw in there every day.
And the Sturs talking about those crooked numbers, 4 in the 4th yesterday and 4 in the 6th. Also tacked one on in the 8th when Will Rogers had RBI base hit. 3 runs batted in yesterday for Will. Going to face Jack O'Malley for the first time. Here's the pitch, and it is at missing high. Ball number 1. Will today out in right field all over the place. In left, he's caught DH. Talked with him yesterday about what it's like even going as a catcher into a safe situation or late in a ball game on the hill. The 1-0, and the man of many talents fights it off and out of play over the first base dugout, 1-1.
And Will said how the pitching aspect of it is still a work in progress, but bouncing around, it's very interesting how every single day you don't necessarily know where you're going to play, but you have to stay ready in whatever opportunity that may be.
1-1 pitch, and Rogers, another one peppered into the fence to the right of home plate, and he's down the count 1-2. Leadoff man in the second, and the Sturs leading by a run. Rogers leading things off. Maggio next, and then Taman. Jack O'Malley lines up the 1-2 pitch, and Rogers will stay alive just on top of the first base dugout. He sends that ball 1-2.
Really nice fight here from Will Rogers. Yesterday in his first at-bat, it was grueling. 6-7 pitches, and that kind of set the table for the rest of his day at the plate. Able to see the ball very nicely.
Wind shifting now, blowing from the left field foul pole across the ballpark. The 1-2 pitch, another one fouled off by Will. Good job from Rogers. Means 1-2.
He's making it difficult, Hunter, to keep him out of the lineup, and that's a beautiful thing if you're manager Pintard. So many great players on this team, having to sift through the lineup every day. A lot of moving parts, but Will's one of those guys that's in there often.
The 1-2 pitch, and takes strike 3. 95-mile-an-hour heater from O'Malley. Gets Rogers looking. Looks like it missed the strike zone, but O'Malley gets the call, and the leadoff man retired. 1 away in the second.
Looked like it was off the plate a little bit, and Will Rogers is going to go back and look at that tablet. You see a lot of MLB players do that as well. Makes them feel a little better.
Making sure you know where that strike zone is. But here is Jesse DiMaggio. First pitch, and Jesse will take a strike at 94, 0-1 with the bases clear here in the second.
Jesse's a Santa Barbara kid, went to Dos Pueblos High School, playing with the Foresters this summer, and then Westmont next year, staying in the area in front of these great fans.
As 0-1 down low to even up the count 1-1. And DiMaggio 3 for 12 so far when he's gone to the plate for Bill Pintard. The 7th spot in the order today. His team leading by a run. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and this one's chopped first. Big hop to Rolbecki, the second baseman who moved in, and a good throw to first to retire DiMaggio. 2 gone in the second. So bring Brian Taman. Batting out of the 8th spot today, and I feel like last couple times we've seen Ryan in the lineup, especially as a catcher, we've talked about how good he has been smothering up errant pitches, getting behind balls, and doing really good stuff. Now he's batting with 2 gone in the second.
And at the plate, he is consistently finding a lot more barrels. You see his batting practice is always impressive, but now that's translating to the game.
First pitch, he takes a strike at 93 from Jack O'Malley. 0-1. Rogers DiMaggio retired by the starting pitcher O'Malley. There's the 0-1 pitch, and this one is back up the middle. The shortstop moves in. Estrada fields off a couple hops, and the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag. And as a result, Taman will reach base, bounced off the fencing in front of the dugout, and Taman aboard with 2 gone in the second.
Just a little dribbler off the knuckles, got jammed on that one, but Ryan Taman beats it out. For a catcher, he can run pretty well, putting some pressure on the back end of that play, and results in an errant throw. Drew Markle's got a chance with 2 outs.
And Taman reaching on the E6, and here's Drew Markle. We alluded to it yesterday, the new walk-up song in his first plate appearance. First AB collected a hit with the brand new walk-up song. So he stands in. Taman now at first. 2 gone, and check back to Ryan. He's in.
And then the first AB with that new walk-up song, you talked about it, but the best hit ball he's had all season. Drew Markle's run into a lot of unlucky nature, hitting atom balls right at guys, but yesterday found the outfield grass and hoping to build off of it.
Yeah, poker face by Lady Gaga for Drew Markle. Gotta love it. Still waiting the first pitch here in the second.
It's fairly ironic too, Hunter, because Drew's one of the most funny guys ever. Not a lot of poker face coming from him in real life.
Looks to lay down a bunt and pop it back into the fence, or strike number 1. Fastball from the starter, Jack O'Malley, 92. We've seen him oscillate between 92 and 95 so far today. That's pretty cool to see. The 2 starting pitchers, 6'7", 6'8". Another check back to Taman at first. He's able to slide in.
A lot of finesse guys in the CCL, the way they pitch, upper 80s, low 90s, but able to kind of put the ball in the corner. These 2 guys, though, power arms, something we haven't seen before.
1 and Markle swinging. Catch has to scoop that one up. Eihoff. Nothing in 2 for Drew. Drew's able to reach top of the order, and Dylan Maxey is on deck. And for Ryan Taman, him at first base. No attempted stolen bases on the year, even though the Sturs have attempted 54 as a team. There's the 0-2 pitch, and Markle over to the first baseman. It's jammed towards the hands, and the first baseman late scoops it up and just has to touch first base for the 3rd out. Side retired by Jack O'Malley after Taman reached on an error, and we are headed to the 3rd. Sturs lead by a run.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Forresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Top of the third inning, and the Santa Barbara Foresters lead the San Diego Sunrays 1-0. While Mason Bixby, who struggled in his last outing, only recording 2 outs, had a 1-2-3 inning in the second, looking very solid.
What's been so amazing about his outing so far, Hunter, is 0 walks. His last time out, that first inning was a clunker. He didn't go far in the game at all. You're looking for depth and him going deep into a ball game, showcasing that A+ stuff, and everything has been working up to this point.
Here's Braden Grantham, and he'll take a first pitch down low for ball 1. You have to imagine for Bixby and anyone in that situation, you have a tough 2 games, especially the last one. Starting this one, you're thinking yourself, putting a little extra pressure, saying, I need to start good. Check that box. The 1-0 pitch, mashing high, or ball number 2, 2-0.
Braden Grantham, product of USD. In 2024, only 4 at-bats this summer. A lot more reps and seeing great arms such as Bixby.
The 2-0 pitch, and that is down low. Ball 3. Mason falls behind the count. Frank Estrada next, and then Gabe Darcy, 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the San Diego Sunrays, who trail by a run. Bixby looking to find the strike zone. 3-0 pitch, and Grantham will take one down the pipe. 3-1.
This is the first batter for Bixby so far where he's gotten behind into the count. Being able to battle back is a necessity for him to go deep into this game.
3-1 pitch, and Grantham will see ball 4, and that is a lead-off walk for the San Diego Sunrays. Grantham reaching base on balls.
And just based off of the energy, it feels like the Foresters are up by more than 1-0 because of the long at-bats. But they have to realize that this game is still very close. This is a Sunrays team that is looking for victory, very hungry for a W. Focus for all 9 innings will be needed.
Frank Estrada stands in, takes a first pitch down and away from Bixby, ball 1. So leadoff man aboard, Grantham. Only 1 attempted stolen base for him on the year. The Sunrays not a big base running team. The 1-0 pitch, and this one is peppered foul, just to the right side and into the fence. Strike number 1.
And after a walk, being able to get ahead of the next batter, that's how you don't get into those holes. Looks like we have an arm down there for the Sturs, just starting to stretch out.
Big leadoff at first, and checking back to him is Bixby. Grantham, little shimmy shake at first, gets back, and remains 1-1 for Frank Estrada.
You know, looking at it again, it might just be Jonas Sebring staying loose in the bullpen, even though he doesn't pitch, but might just be having some fun down there.
Yeah, it is Sebring. Pitch missing high for ball 2. Again, Grantham well off first base, but Frank Estrada is able to take a 2-1 count. Man who plays in the Big West, CSU Fullerton. Another check back at first. It's Jack Holman over there today. It's 2 balls in, strike for the 9-hole hitter. After Bixby gives up his first walk of his outing to lead off the 3rd inning. He comes set. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Frank Estrada. He'll have to wait another check back to first base. Bixby's keeping a very, very close eye on Braden Grantham.
Estrada, 147 average at Fullerton in 2024, 34 at-bats, but great program here in California.
Here's a 2-1 and missing away, ball 3. Top of the order on deck for the Sunrays in this one-run ball game. Stars lead 1-0. Need to fire a strike here to Estrada. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and Estrada swing and miss, strike 2.
Back to the power fastball at 95 on the inside corner. Beautiful location. And one thing you'll see with power pitchers as well, their pitch count will naturally start to tick up just because it's a lot more energy expended each at bat.
Payoff pitch and over the first base dugout. Remains 3-2. Gabe Darcy, top of the order on deck for the San Diego Sunrays. Last fastball at 95 from Mason on the hill. Another check back at first. Ullman holding on to it. Remains 3-2.
And if I were to circle a point of the game where if Mason Bixby goes, it'll be quality. 4 innings of shutout baseball. I feel like everyone in that Forester's dugout would give him a big round of applause.
Payoff pitch sent foul again from Frank Estrada. And at the 9th spot, full count it will remain. Top of this 3rd inning after the leadoff walk to Grantham. Still holding things over at first base is Holman. Another 3-2 pitch, and Estrada will see ball 4 down low.
And he did not realize it was ball 4 until the umpire made him aware once again. Back-to-back free passes from Mason Bixby. He did such a good job of staying away from the ball 4 in the first 2 innings. Here it's kind of slipped away just a little bit.
See Addison Klepsch, the second baseman, have a quick word with Mason. Here's the top of the order, Gabe Darcy and the Sunrays. Big opportunity here to put up some runs. No outs, man at second, man at first. Darcy top of the order, second look at Mason Bixby. First pitch, and Darcy sends it back in the glove of Ryan Taman, strike 1.
Darcy, his first time through, a 6-3 put out to Drew Markle. Bang bang play at first. A little bit of a down year in 24 for him at USD, but staying in San Diego for the summer.
The 0-1 swing and a miss. It was an off-speed this time from Mason at 88, strike 2.
A lot of late downward tilt to that off-speed pitch. First and second, no outs. You're pitching for that strikeout.
Getting a big first out here in the 3rd for Bixby. 2 aboard. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Darcy's swing and a miss. Back to the heater for Bixby, his 4th K, and 1 away in the 3rd.
And you will live with the walks if that swing and miss stuff is still there. The ability, first and second, no outs, to come back all the way and get a punch out is huge. As you said, that's 4 now for Mason Bixby.
Here's Evan Rolbecki. First pitch, and this one is down the middle, strike 1. Another fastball from Mason. Massive first out in this inning. Rolbecki was the first man to reach base. He was hit by Bixby on the hand. The 0-1, and this swing and a miss. Another one at 96. 0-2. Bixby locking back in.
And a ton of confidence on the mound, knowing I can throw my fastball by anybody in this lineup. He continues to lean on that pitch.
0-2. Rolbecki pops it up right side. An infield fly being called. 2 gone.
What an amazing job from Mason Bixby to work back. No outs, now 2 outs. Damage has not been done. 1 out away from escaping the jam.
So here is Zach Late, batting from the left side, struck out against Bixby in the opening frame. Bixby trying to work around 2 walks to start off this inning. First pitch, and Late will see it away, ball 1.
A lot of arms at Ryan Kramer's disposal today. The Forsters have done a great job only throwing 2 or 3 guys in each game. Ton of guys are fresh today.
1-0 pitch, and this one's in the left field, tracking back just a fraction. Dylan Maxey over to his left and makes the squeeze. And Mason Bixby, job well done. Gave up 2 walks to start the inning, but the next 3 retired. Bottom of the third and the top of the order coming up for the Sturs. They lead 1-0.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Bottom of the third, the Santa Barbara Foresters lead 1-0 over the San Diego Sunrays. And here is Dylan Maxey, Klepsch, and Peterson to follow. Maxey, his second look at Jack O'Malley, starting pitcher on the hill. First pitch, and this ball goes down the third baseline. Maxey lost the arm guard. Strike 1.
Comes flying off with the power of that swing. Retool and get right back in the box. Maxey's first time through, struck out, but we've known with how good of a hitter he is, the ability to bounce back is there.
The 0-1, and that one buzzing the tower of Dylan Maxey. Ball 1. Good thing he was able to get away from it, 1-1. For Jack O'Malley, she struts back to the hill. The right-hander in his second start, giving up a walk and a hit today. And that lone hit, give her 2 bases for Jack Holman to drive in a run. And it's 6'8", 1-1 pitch, and Maxey is well hit over to short. Estrada fields it, and a good throw over and good play from the shortstop Estrada. That ball was hit hard. Shortstop makes it look easy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Great play from Estrada, ranging to his right. And on the backhand, a strong throw to first for the first out. Forster's offense, it's been stagnant so far, only 1 hit. Looking to break out and have that crooked number like we've talked about.
Here's Addison Klepsch, first pitch, and Klepsch will see a breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
Klepsch, a phenomenal young player on this team, committed to Auburn next season. He struck out his first time through.
The 0-1 pitch, and Addison sees it down low at 91. Even up the count. Maxey grounded out, or the first out in the inning. The base is clear at the Sturs, leading by a run. To follow Klepsch will be Caden Peterson. A little gentle breeze. The wind comes and goes here at Santa Barbara High School. 1-1 pitch, and Klepsch will see a fastball high, 2-1.
Great take from Addison Klepsch. Not a ton of these Forester hitters have gotten into these favorable counts. See what Klepsch can do here. Sitting fastball.
2-1. And Klepsch will foul it back behind home plate to even up the count 2-2. When we look around the CCL South, Conejo and Santa Barbara currently tied atop of the CCL South at 10-5, and Yossi Riptide just behind them at 10-6. So it's a logjam at the top of the CCL South. All these games really in the heart of the season now. Going to be critical moving forward. O'Malley the 2-2, and Klepsch over to first base. Late scoops it up and just has to trot over to first base to retire Addison Klepsch. Still good effort from the young Addison. Tried to get down the first baseline, but 2 gone.
And especially for a young player, when you roll over in that instance, running out a hard 90 shows a lot to the coach. Maybe we put you in tomorrow just because of that effort. And Klepsch now 0 for 2, but the at-bats have been great and only good things to come as we move on.
Wind's now up towards center field for Caden Peterson. And the first pitch away, ball 1. Peterson worked a walk and scored the lone run on the scoreboard for either team. It's 1-0. Peterson was driven in by Jack Holman. 1-0 pitch in, ball 2 at 91 on the delivery from Jack O'Malley.
All 4 pitches were balls for Caden his first time. He's seen 6 straight now. Will be interesting to see if he lets it eat with a 2-0 count.
Here's a pitch and sent foul. That's the first strike assessed to Peterson. That's a good point, too. Good remembering. 4 straight balls for Peterson in the opening inning. And Holman, he was behind in the count. I should say ahead in the count, too, where he had his RBI double. And O'Malley with 2 gone. 2-1 pitch, and Peterson will see it in at 92. That is ball 3.
Amazing patience from Caden Peterson. 3-1 with 2 outs, nobody on base. Can really take a big hack here.
Here's a pitch, and Peterson back up the middle, and that ball will get through into center field. And Caden Peterson has his first knock, second time aboard for Caden. 2-out knock or the center fielder.
Caden having an awesome day to start, and you get Jack Holman to the plate, and knowing what he can do, even with 2 outs, a ball in the gap with Peterson's speed, easily scores. And he'll look to build off of that RBI double his first time through in the first.
So here's Holman. Batting from the left side. Already driven in a run today. Look back to first base from Jack O'Malley. First pitch. And this one missing in at 85, ball 1. Let's not forget that run batted in by Jack Holman is brought to us by Gold's Gym. Gold's has 3 locations in Santa Barbara and Goleta, where the Santa Barbara Forsters train to win. So it's 1-0. And the pitch, and the runner goes. This one sent foul over the third base dugout. Peterson will have to retreat back to first. 1-1 the count for Holman.
Good hack and great timing from Jack Holman. He's on everything right now. And it feels that working around him may be the best bet for any opposing pitcher.
I'm with that 100%. Patterson is on deck. 1-1. Holman with 2 round trippers this season. Both him and Sebring have 2 in that department. You also say Smaldino with an asterisk. 1-1 pitch, and this one finds a strike zone at 92. Ball and 2 strikes.
Looked a bit away in a fairly big strike zone we have this afternoon. A slim shake of the head from Jack Holman, but a brilliant 2-strike hitter. He'll look to choke up and put a ball in play.
2 gone, man at first. There's a 1-2 pitch to Holman. And Jack sends it left field, and that ball will fall in front of JT Crabb. That is another base hit for Jack Holman. He is 2 for 2. Phenomenal stuff continues from Holman.
There's no better feeling than being dialed in the plate, and Jack Holman is seeing a beach ball right now every time the ball comes in. Another ball that's barreled, hit hard and to the opposite field. Line moves to Daniel Patterson.
So Peterson now at second. Holman at first, 2 gone, both hits with 2 out here in the bottom of the third. Sturs lead 1-0 and looking to change that with 2 base runners for Patterson. Look back to second from O'Malley. Here's the pitch, and Daniel sees it down the dirt. Good keep from Imhoff. Ball 1.
Good take there by Patty. Sees the off speed away.
Ball and no strikes for Patterson, who had a ground out to short first time against Jack O'Malley. Good lead off at second for Peterson. He shifts back and forth, the 1-0 missing away. That is ball 2. We talked about Holman, his home runs. Sebring and Smaldino said the asterisk with his 2 home runs. That one coming in that non-CCL game. A bit unfortunate for Dom. That non-CCL game against San Diego Bombers, not countable towards standings and or stats. The 3-run jack for Dominic in that 7th inning, not counting to the overall CCL stats. 2-0 pitch in, ball 3 for Peterson. Things get interesting here. Will Rogers on deck, and the Sturs. Patterson's able to reach, load up the bases for Will.
And Will's been amazing with runners in scoring position, so he's the sort of guy you want up if Patterson were to reach.
The first 2 were retired by the starting pitcher O'Malley. Gave up 2 base hits. Here's a 3-0. And Patterson will see ball 4, and that will indeed load up the bases in the 3rd, and the Sturs looking to extend their 1-0 lead in the 3rd inning.
Here comes Will Rogers, and they're going to go have a quick mound visit. Conversation for Will. He struck out looking his first time through on a pitch he didn't agree with. Chance to make up for that here.
Not too many pitchers available on the back end today for the San Diego Sunrays. Limited arms here in Santa Barbara after making the trip up from San Diego.
And with the limited arms, they'll be looking for length out of O'Malley. So these struggles and the pitch count getting up there early is not a good sign for the Rays as we move on.
It looks like it's Jared Sawyer warming up down that left field line in the bullpen for the San Diego Sunrays. And we talked about how they're on a 2-game skid, dropped a game against the Oaks and the OC Riptide. They'll be playing actually in Oside in Irvine tomorrow against the Riptide, who 10-6 in CCL play, having themselves a very good year. But here is Will Rogers. Bases loaded, 2 out. Sturs lead 1-0. Chance to do some damage here in the 3rd.
One thing about Will, you know he's going to fight regardless of the outcome. The guy you want up, grueling at bat incoming.
First pitch missing high. Looks like it might have left the strike zone, but it's ball 1 for Rogers. Will struck out looking in the last inning against Jack O'Malley. And O'Malley only threw 2 innings entering his start today. 1-0 pitch, and that is down low at 90. Ball 2 for Will Rogers. Jesse DiMaggio will be the man on deck if Will is able to reach with 2 gone and the bases loaded up.
With how wild O'Malley has been, this has to be a perfect pitch. If you're Shooky or manager Pintard, you're saying, look for 1 pitch, 1 spot.
A 2-0, and this is over left side, and that ball is through into the outfield. 1 run in, looking to score 2. The play at the plate gets past the catcher, 2 runs in, and both runners advance into scoring position. Will Rogers, the ball into left, a couple runs in, and the Sturs now lead 3-0 over the Sunrays.
Will Rogers comes through yet again, Hunter. And he continues to be that guy that the Sturs can lean on in those big moments. Now in crooked number territory after the error from the left fielder on the throw-in. A base hit could result in a 4 spot.
So that brings up Jesse DiMaggio. The DH, an opportunity with 2 in scoring position to capitalize on that errant throw from the outfield towards the catcher. 2 runs in here in the 3rd. First pitch, and this breaking ball is in there for a strike. 0-1.
Here's some San Diego fans. Also made the drive here today. Just a good showing overall. One of the most crowded games we've had at Eddie Matthews Field.
A very nice crowd in attendance indeed here at Santa Barbara High School. The 0-1 swing and a miss, and the catcher, Imhoff, is able to keep it in front of him. He lost it, but still no damage done. Be 0-2 for Jesse DiMaggio.
Manager Pintard always talks about how 2 strike hits win championships, especially for a very young hitter in Jesse DiMaggio. One of these could be signature. We saw him with the big hit in the victory over the San Diego Bombers earlier this week. He's been known, similar to Will Rogers, for having that clutch gene.
2 gone. The 0-2 pitch, and DiMaggio is able to spit on it. Fastball away, ball 1. Jesse in his first look against O'Malley, a ground out to second. Caden Peterson, Jack Holman have scored after the 2 RBI single from Will Rogers. Score 3-0 Sturs lead. Jack O'Malley, the right-hander from Bucknell, attempting to limit the damage. The 1-2 pitch, and DiMaggio swinging a miss. He strikes out. But the Sturs push in 2 in the third. Will Rogers, a couple more RBIs to his leisure, pushing Peterson and Holman. Go to the 4th. Sturs lead 30-0 over San Diego.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
To the 4th inning, the Sturs now lead 3-0 over the San Diego Sunrays, and Mason Bixby gets a little bit more run support. He's going to face the heart of the order coming up for the Sunrays.
And I talked about it, but the 4th inning was kind of that inning that I circled in the outing. If he's able to get through that without allowing a run, it'll be seen as a quality start, just trying to build throughout the summer. We saw that first outing in slow. It was very good, but then back-to-back of shaky performances, Bixby seems like he's back there today with that A-plus stuff.
Even though he allowed 2 walks to start off the 3rd inning, the next 3 retired. Shows a lot of grit. After only seeing 3 in the 2nd inning, able to bounce back after giving up those 2 walks. Here's JT Crabb to lead things off. Carson Case, Isaiah Marquez to follow the left fielder, JT Crabb. So he stands in, struck out swinging against Bixby in the first. And the first pitch from Mason. It's missing away at 93, ball 1.
There's a little bit of frustration from the Foresters that DiMaggio couldn't come through with a hit there in the bottom of the 3rd. It would have been a crooked number, kind of changed the course of this game, but still a great lead at 3-0.
1-0 pitch, missing away at 93. That is ball 2. So Bixby falls behind to the leadoff man, JT Crabb. Shot was getting a little bit longer. See that in the box. 2-0 pitch and fastball missing away. That is ball 3, and Crabb sitting pretty now ahead, 3 balls and no strikes as the leadoff man in this 4th inning.
And we all heard Ryan Kramer in the pregame talk about how we're going to see Max Frasier today. Looks like he's starting to throw down there in the bullpen.
3-0 pitch, and this one is in there, and Crabb thought he had first. Tossing the lumber back to first, 3rd base dugout, but strike 1. And Max Frasier now tossing down that right field line. The lone lefty available today for Santa Barbara. 3-1 pitch, and Crabb check swing but fouls it back. Now full count. You saw the look up to the sky from Crabb. Couldn't lay off of that one. Full count.
And it's frustrating for Crabb as well, just because he thought he had ball 4, tosses the bat, gets back in there, and misses a pitch that he thought he should have hammered. 3-2. Bixby has the advantage.
Carson Case next, payoff pitch, and that is ball 4. Missing at 94 from Mason, so the third walk given up by Bixby in the second consecutive inning for the San Diego Sunrays, where they have a leadoff walk.
See how long the leash is for Mason Bixby in this inning. Would assume that unless disaster strikes, manager Pintard will trust him to finish the 4th.
Here's Case, ground out to second in the second inning. First pitch, and that will miss low at 93, ball 1. So last couple batters for Bixby. He's falling behind in the count. You have 2 walks to start the third. And the last thing to check back to first base, and just getting back is JT Crabb. And for the Sturs, finishing up their homestand on the road tomorrow at Slow. That's a big game for them. 1-0 pitch, and Case will see ball at 93 in there, 1-1.
And you see Bixby there taking a little bit of velocity off just to make sure he can locate at the knees. A good pitch to get right back into the count.
Another check back, and the man at first. Saw Bixby take very close tabs on Evan Rolbecki in the opening inning. The ball and a strike for Carson Case. No outs in the inning. Here's a pitch and missing in, ball 2.
50-50 zone there on the inside corner, goes with a ball. Looking to come back, a similar count where needing to come in the strike zone, but still wanting to put a ball on the black.
2-1 pitch. Case will take a strike. Good delivery from Mason. Get himself back in the count. 2-2. Isaiah Marquez will be the next man up for the San Diego Sunrays, making the trek up here to Santa Barbara this afternoon. Runner at first, Crabb. No outs. Top of the 4th. 2-2. Case takes strike 3. Fastball at 95. He goes down looking. 1 away in the 4th.
And on the 3-1 pitch, he goes to the inside corner. Perfect spot. Taman barely moves his glove. He decides to go right back in there, 3-2, uptick in velocity. An amazing pitch from Mason Bixby, the first out of the 4th.
Here's Isaiah Marquez, one of the 5 strikeout victims today at the hand of Mason Bixby. Another check back to first. Crabb back in. We talked about how the Sunrays not as aggressive on the bases. You even joked about yesterday on the broadcast. No one is really aggressive as the Foresters are in the CCL. But the first pitch, missing away and off speed that time from Mason, ball 1.
And that's attributed to a lot of things, Hunter. The pitchers on the mound being able to keep the runners in check with a variety of pickoff moves, and also whether it's Taman or Maxey having that presence behind the plate.
A rip and a miss on the second pitch to Marquez to even up the count 1-1. Sunrays only 18 attempted stolen bases. The Sturs 54 through 15 games. 1-1 pitch. Marquez swinging a miss again. Strike 2.
Back to the heater at 94. Why not go right back there? It has been his best pitch. Keep saying he can lean on it. None of these hitters can catch up.
Here's a pitch, and Marquez swing and a miss. That one at 96 from Bixby, consecutive Ks. Now for the starting pitcher for the Sturs.
And one of the more entertaining things to see out of a dominant pitcher is when that fastball can be thrown for strikeouts. Swing and a miss strikeouts. And it's a lifeless feeling if you're San Diego. When you can't catch up to his best pitch, there's little adjustments to make from there on.
And here's Max Imhoff. Fly out into left, first time up. First pitch, and that is a off speed at 88, missing low. And let's not forget JT Crabb still over at first after his leadoff walk, but now 2 gone in the top of the 4th inning. One 0 pitch, and Imhoff checks his swing. He's able to lay off of it for ball 2.
Good location for Mason Bixby, needing to come back in the strike zone. 3 runs of insurance. No reason to throw a ball in this count.
Here's the pitch, and the 2-1 in there at 94. Mason gets himself back in the count. The Sturs picked up 1 run in the first and 2 in the last to have that 3-0 lead.
I would love to see the pitch usage percentage, Hunter, because it feels like Bixby's in the 90% range with that heater.
Goes right back to it, does not get the call here. That is ball 3. Does not want to lose Imhoff on deck. Braden Grantham. 1 walk in the inning, 2 Ks for Bixby. Top of the 4th. Here is the 3-1 pitch. Imhoff pops it up right side, foul ground, and it will go out of play. Full count.
Great job coming back into the strike zone with the fastball. That one at 95. Full count, 2 outs. The runner on first base and Crab will be on the move.
With 2 out, Imhoff sees the payoff pitch, and it misses high, and that'll be ball 4. It's well high from Bixby. Might have lost the grip on that one. Second walk of the inning to extend it for Braden Grantham. Also worked a walk in the last inning, the first walk given up by Bixby, and he'll stand in for the second time.
4 walks now for Mason Bixby, along with 6 strikeouts. Tale of 2 different pitchers. When his stuff is on, it's swing and miss, but the command has been an issue.
First pitch to Grantham, and 95 missing high and away, ball 1. Still see Frasier, the southpaw, warming in the bullpen down that right field line. Wind's currently blowing out dead away towards center field. They oscillate here at Eddie Matthews Field. Runner goes from second to third, and that ball goes through the legs of Taman. Now both runners into scoring position, and things getting interesting. Now the runner off of third, and a run down between third and home. The play at the plate, they got him. And JT Crab caught off of third base after he had the extra 90 feet. Caught off a little too far down that third baseline, and heads up from Taman after that good bounce off the backstop to throw it to Patterson. Taman recollects it at the dish to apply the tag. So the Sturs get out of that inning. JT Crab, a little bit of a gift there to the Sturs, and the side retired. To the bottom of the 4th we go. Sturs lead 3-0 over the Sunrays. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
I'm Eric Anand, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Ryan Taman will kick things off for the Sturs. Jack O'Malley remains on the hill. The first pitch missing down and away to the right-handed batter. Ball 1. Taman, in his first time up against Jack O'Malley, reached on E6. And the Sturs lead 3-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Put up 2 in the previous frame. 1-0 pitch, and this one's flared up towards the shortstop. And he tracks back and is able to make the squeeze. A little pop-up in the infield. Taman retired.
Taman gets jammed there, and looking back to the previous inning, a poor base running from Crab gets him hung up between third and home. The first real chance for the Sunrays today to plate a runner, and bad base running results in an out. The Foresters will take it, and they carry this 3-0 lead into the fourth.
Here's Drew Markle. One away, bases clear. First pitch to Drew, and it will find the strike zone. Good work from the catcher there, Max Imhoff. Drag it back in. Strike number 1 for Drew. He had a ground out to the first baseman in the second inning. An 0-1 count. Here's the delivery, and a check swing. Missing low, 1-1.
Good ABs from Drew Markle as he continues to get back in the groove of baseball. Looked much better at this point of the season.
1-1 pitch down to 89, ball 2. We talked about pitching for the Sturs. Saw Max Frasier tossing down that right field line. See Ryan Kramer down there right now as well, talking with a few guys, the pitching coach, but only a couple arms available, very few in the bullpen for the San Diego team. As the next pitch missing for ball 3, and Drew Markle well ahead in the count, 3 balls and a strike.
Markle now really has a chance to look for his pitch. Didn't agree with the first strike call. It would have been ball 4 ultimately if it went the other way, but now a chance for Drew to take a big swing.
The pitch, and Markle turns away from it. He was hit. He will get down to first base. Would have been a walk anyway, but this hit by a pitch is brought to us by Alta Orthopedic.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
So Markle aboard with 1 away, and that's going to bring around the top of the order. Dylan Maxey, third time he will dig in today. He's got a K and a ground out to short against Jack O'Malley. Sturs lead 3-0. Now a chance to push out that lead, maybe to a couple more. Check back to Drew, who is inching his way out from first. So waiting the first pitch to Dylan.
Dylan looking for his first hit of the game. The ABs have looked very good, but still awaiting the production.
Another check back to Drew. In the CCL South, the Sturs now tied with Conejo. First 3 teams, Conejo, Santa Barbara, and Orange County, all reaching 10 wins. The first pitch to Dylan missing 9 away. Ball 1, and Jack O'Malley's struggling to find the strike zone here in the fourth. Really, there was a walk to Markle. He was hit on the 4th ball. It's ball 1 to Dylan Maxey. The pitch, and Dylan will see it down low. Ball 2.
And both O'Malley and Bixby Hunter, very similar pitchers. Strong, tall forces on the mound that throw hard. But the command at points is not there, and that's why the pitch count for both sides has been ticked up, and walks are at a premium.
Runner goes, a 2-0 pitch. That will be a strike. Markle into second base, and he will be safe. The shortstop, Estrada, looked like he maybe had to play a Drew, but the shortstop dropped that baseball. Drew in scoring position with the stolen bag.
Looked like Drew Markle should have slid there. Went in standing and almost got thrown out, but shortstop was not able to hold on to the baseball. Dylan Maxey, 1 duck on the pond and an RBI chance.
It's 2-1. Aston Klepsch will be next. It's 3-0 Sturs lead. Here's the pitch, and this ball is fouled back. That is strike 2. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the left fielder.
Just looking to fight. Dylan Maxey's swing is very simplistic. Not a lot going on. Hands held high, crouched down, and with 2 strikes, there's an advantage. Just a slight slide step. Very simple, and ability to hit to the opposite field.
2-2 pitch, and this one is into center field. Darcy is able to make the catch in center field. Great grab by the center fielder, laying out in the left center field to retire Dylan Maxey. A hard hit ball, but unable to advance Drew Markle. 2 gone in the 4th.
And you see good base running as well from Drew Markle. He goes halfway in between second and third, sniffing out if the ball hits the ground. He's scoring easily with his speed, but a full extension from the center fielder, and a nice play.
Here's Aston Klepsch. 2 gone, man at second. Sturs lead 3-0. Here's the offering, And Klepsch will see an off-speed pitch in there, 0-1. Klepsch today, strikeout and a ground out to first against the right-hander from Bucknell, Jack O'Malley. O'Malley finds himself ahead in the count. Look back to second. Markle still off. The runner holds up. Looks like Markle's going to take off. 1-1.
Yeah, bluff there at second base. And stealing third with 2 outs would be an interesting move. You're always taught as a kid to not make the final out at third base, especially already being in scoring position. Want to give Klepsch a chance for an RBI.
1-1 pitch, and Klepsch will take a breaking ball in there for a strike. Inner half of the plate, 1-2. Looking to score, Drew Markle, 3-0 our score, bottom of the 4th. Another run be pushed in by the Sturs. Here's the offering, the 1-2 down, full count. But no, they're going to be calling a balk. Pitch waved off, so now Drew Markle is indeed to third base on a balk. And it'll remain 1-2 to Addison Klepsch.
So a balk, and Drew Markle was thinking about stealing. Now he gets awarded third base. Wild pitch will score him, and Klepsch looking for a knock.
1-2 pitch, and it's out of play. Down the right field line over the bullpen. Means 1-2.
You can hear manager Pintard from even over here in the booth, the encouragement for the young Addison Klepsch. Trying to push across that 4th run.
It's a 3-0 lead currently. 1-2 pitch, and reaching for it, he will strike out. Side retired. Markle, he was hit and left stranded at third base. Klepsch goes down swinging for the final out of the inning. We head to the 5th. Sturs lead by 3.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We go to the 5th inning, presented by Finney's Craft House. Finney's Craft House is located on Lower State Street and is a phenomenal place for Forster fans to gather before or after any Forster home ball game. If our first pitching change in the left-hander Max Frasier enters the ball game, he's going to face 8, 9, and 1, due up for the Sunrays. Here's the first pitch to Grantham, and it's in there for a strike. 0-1 to the leadoff man, and Frasier takes over for Bixby, who had a good 4 innings.
An amazing 4 innings. And turning it over to Frasier, who's been very reliable.
Grantham can't lay off the second pitch, and he is quickly down 0-2 against the lefty Max. Frasier, last time he pitched was against the Royal Seiko Saints a few days ago on the 26th. The 0-2, and the breaking ball swing and a miss. Well, he just tapped it. That ball will go foul. Remains 0-2.
And out of the bullpen arms on this Forester staff, Frasier has been one of the more reliable guys from an innings pitch standpoint. 9 2/3, a 2.79 ERA, and a lefty that brings a different look. Velo's going to be a lot slower than Bixby, but great location on all his pitches.
Grantham will see a ball in the dirt. 1-2. The final line for Mason Bixby: 4 innings, no hits, no runs. He walked 4 but struck out 6 in the 4 innings that he pitched, and a good bounce back for Mason after shaky last 2 starts. Good to see him pitch well. 1-2. Missing away. 2-2.
See the fastball only in the upper 80s on a consistent basis, but lefties across the country, even with that velocity, the natural tail on the fastball, so effective.
And the 2-2 pitch in there for strike 3. Max Frasier retires the first man. He faces Grantham by way of the K. 1 down in the 5th.
An amazing pitch on the outer half from Max Frasier. We saw Grantham staying into bat after the base running blunder from Crab, but cannot execute to open up the 5th inning.
First pitch, and that will miss in to Frank Estrada, who worked a walk. Both Grantham and Estrada in the 8 and 9 spots in the order worked walks against Mason Bixby to kick off the 3rd, but Mason then retired the next 3 to get out of the jam. A 1-0 swing and a back into the glove of Taman, 1-1.
Good fastball there at 86. Varying his looks, he also has a really good changeup.
1-1 pitch up and just to the right of home plate. That is strike 2. Estrada needing to protect the plate. Gabe Darcy, top of the order for the Sunrays, who trail by 3. 3-0 our score. Sturs picked up a run in the 1st and 2 in the 3rd to take a 3-run lead. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Estrada over left side. And that ball will get through in the left field. The 1-out knock in the 5th, and that's the first hit of the day for the Sunrays.
And I didn't want to say the magic word of a no-hitter, but now that it's done, no more broadcasters jinx, so we can talk about it. But no, it's been amazing. Besides the walks, they've limited the hard hit rate from the Sunrays, and that's the first one to sneak through. Both at-bats from Estrada. Grueling AB in the 3rd resulted in a walk and then a hard hit single. He's been great out of the 9 spot.
Let's go bring around the top of the order, Gabe Darcy. Estrada reaching for the 2nd time today. First pitch, that is in there at 79 from Max. 0-1. Darcy ground out to short and a strikeout against Bixby. First 2 plate appearances. Here's the 0-1 and a swing and a miss. Strike 2.
The breaking ball at 79 from Max Frasier. Perfectly executed pitch at the bottom of the strike zone.
Not to say, watching Max Frasier throughout the season, it's been fun to watch him throw. Good tempo on the hill, and he fires strikes more often than not. And this one is low, ball 1. Ball and 2 strikes now, man at the top of the order, Darcy.
And being able to fill up the zone out of the bullpen, it's what keeps you getting outings. If you're a pitching coach, you look for those sort of things to continue to get guys opportunities, and Max Frasier has deserved every bit of it.
Runner at first, 1 away, the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball left side. Here's Patterson. He scoops up. They go to second base. There's 1. Is it 2? No. Good chance for the Sturs, but they do get the force out at second. Frank Estrada is 1-out knock on the force out victim at 2nd, and Gabe Darcy will reach on the fielder's choice, and he will continue with 2 out for Evan Rolbecki.
Very smooth pick by Patty over there at third base.
Silky.
Charging in, and we see him make those plays time and time again. Sometimes manager Pintard throws him in left field, but when he is at the hot corner, amazing play after amazing play. And that time, not quick enough to get the double play, but the force out most important.
First pitch to Rolbecki, man at first. Here it is. And that one's down the middle at 85, strike 1. Check that pinch hitter, Cesar Chavez, to hit for the first time. The 0-1, and a swing and miss, strike 2.
Another great job from Max Frasier getting ahead in that sweeping breaking ball. Been a great put-away pitch. He could go to that 0-2.
Chavez pinch hitting, the runner goes, and a swing and a foul tip back into the glove of Ryan Taman. Chavez sat down, and Max Frasier retires the side, gave up a hit, but strikes out 2 in the 5th. Go to the bottom of the inning. Stars lead 3-0 over the San Diego Sunrays.
Once again, young fans, remember
Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Aiden Peterson will lead things off for the Santa Barbara Foresters going to the bottom of the 5th. They lead 3-0, and we are our first pitching change for the San Diego Sunrays. Jared Sawyer, the right-hander from Fullerton College, will take over for Jack O'Malley in this 3-run ball game. First pitch to Caden, and this one is lined right side, and that ball will fall for Peterson, and that will be a lead-off base hit, and he's now 2 for 2, third time reaching base, and he's going to advance to second on an errant throw from the outfield. So a lead-off base hit. Peterson now in scoring position on an E9.
A good piece of hitting from Caden Peterson to the opposite field, but another defensive miscue. We saw the poor throw earlier that allowed for the Foresters to advance a couple runners up from the left fielder. This time, it's from the 9 spot in right field, and Jack Holman has a chance to hit with the runner on.
Another change defensively for the Sunrays. Cesar Chavez now in at second base, who pinch hit in the 5th. Now a chance for the Sturs. Leadoff man now at second for Jack Holman. A single and a double today. First pitch he sees away, ball 1. Holman, Patterson next. And Will Rogers will be in the hole for the Santa Barbara Foresters. This 3-run lead in the 5th. Check back to second base. Peterson, he is picked off at second base. Caught flat-footed, and a good pickoff move from Sawyer. And the middle infielders retire Caden Peterson. Picked off, now 1 gone in the 5th.
And that's very frustrating if you're Caden Peterson, just because of how good of a hitter Jack Holman is. You get in scoring position with him in the box. Looked like he might have snuck his hand in there, but an out nonetheless.
The 1-0 missing away for ball 2. And let's not forget, bottom of the 5th inning. This is brought to us by Finney's Craft House. Finney's Craft House is on Lower State Street. Great place to gather for or after any Foresters home game. Here is a 2-0, and Holman sees a breaking ball for a strike, 2-1.
A lot of patience, and we talked about how the Sunrays might as well just put him on every time. That's how well he's seen the ball. Waiting for his pitch.
Missing away, ball 3 to Holman. Patterson next, and Holman drove in a run in the first and scored a run as well in the 3rd inning when he had a base hit. Responsible for 2 up to 3 runs on the scoreboard. 3-1 pitch, and it's sky high, and it's popped up behind home plate for a full count.
Not a smart idea to park your cars behind this field, but it feels like the fans are starting to learn just a little bit.
Here is a payoff pitch, and Holman checks swing. Did he go? No, that is ball 4, and Holman reaching for the 3rd time today. A walk, a base hit, and a double for Holman today. He's aboard with 1 away.
He stays dialed in at the dish. A check swing, he did not go around. And when you're slumping, that might be a pitch you swing at, a filthy breaking ball that finishes in the dirt, but Holman able to lay off, turning it over to Patty.
Patterson 0 for 1 with a walk today. First pitch, and this one is into left. It's popped up crab, and the outfield just has to slide over a little bit in left center field and makes the squeeze. Patterson sees 1 pitch, and he is retired out in left for the 2nd out.
Patty trying to jump on that fastball early. Just misses it. Now it's Will Rogers' turn, and he knocked in 2 RBI his last time up on that single. Him and Holman steady in that offensive attack.
Let's not forget Will Rogers, 3 runs batted in yesterday late in the ball game. First pitch to Rogers, down, and a good slide over from Imhoff. But when you look at the last 4 plate appearances for Will Rogers, bases clearing triple in the 6th last night, RBI single in the 8th. He struck out early in this one in the 2nd, but then 2 RBI base hit in the 3rd. He is absolutely rolling. This pitch down low. Runner goes to 2nd. Holman had a late hop, and the throw is wide. And Holman will be in safe at 2nd with 2 gone.
A little bit of a delayed steal on the ball that was in the dirt, and the catcher looking down at it misses Holman's jump entirely, and by the time he sees him running, it's just too late. Throw a little offline, and Will Rogers, another RBI chance.
Is that a good count? 2-0. Holman now in scoring position, looking to extend this 3-0 lead. And this ball's driven into left. JT Crab will slide over and make the squeeze. Will Rogers, the line out into left, barrels it up, but to the left fielder, JT Crab, for the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the 6th. Stars lead 3-0 over the San Diego Sunrays.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Foresters Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Stars, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Manager for the Sturs, Bill Pintard, making a change defensively. Dylan Fishbow now in for Dylan Maxey out in left field, and Fishbow will bat at the top spot in the order for the Sturs. But Max Frasier, the left-handed pitcher, came in relief in the last inning, and he retains the ball on the hill. He'll face Zach Lape, JT Crabb, and Carson Case, with the Sturs leading 3-0 going to the sixth.
Leading off the inning for the Sunrays, number 23, Zach Late.
Late today, 0 for 2. A strikeout against Bixby and a flyout into left. First look at the lefty Frasier. Be a lefty-lefty matchup to kick off this sixth inning. First pitch from Max, and Late swing and a miss, strike one.
Starts him off with the breaking ball. And all of three of his pitches are working. You see the fastball, the curveball, and the changeup. This is Max Frasier's in, and no one getting loose in the pen.
The 0-1 check swing, and that breaking ball missing just a fraction low. 1-1.
And the pitching has been so amazing all season long. Even when the Foresters bullpen isn't in full force, that'll be a foul ball, they're still able to execute.
And for the Sturs, playing their third game against an affiliate of the CCL tomorrow. Be a big day game against the Blows. 2 o'clock, a little bit earlier. We see some night games later on in the week. Down, I should say, up in Slow. But it will be a big matchup tomorrow against the Slow Blues, who are in the CCL North. But here's a 1-2 pitch, and Zach Late chops it foul. It was a high hopper, but out of play. 1-2. And no, Aiden, we talked about this game is still continuing that momentum, gearing up for those actually 3 matchups next week against Slow.
And Slow has always been a huge rivalry of the Foresters. You see like the 4th of July Classic. There's a reason that they play so often. The field up there is amazing in San Luis Obispo. It's going to be a whole lot of fun.
1-2 pitch down, 2-2. Talking about those matchups. So Sunday, tomorrow we'll be at Slow. Be at Slow again on Wednesday on the 3rd. That's a firework night. We hear that one gets max capacity every year. Then here at Independence Day, Santa Barbara High School. 2-2 pitch down, full count to the leadoff man, Zach Late.
And it's a reiterated claim, to say the least, but don't walk guys when you're up by 3 runs. You have to attack the strike zone. A solo shot is better than a walk in this instance. And if you're manager Pintard, fastball middle here.
Here's the pitch, and Late reaches for it, just stays alive, rolls it towards the first base dugout. We will do it again. And from Old Dominion U, fighting here. The leadoff spot, top of the 6th, Sturs lead 3-0. Frasier winds up the payoff pitch yet again, and Late will take strike 3 right down the middle from Frasier at 85, and the leadoff man goes down looking one away in the 6th.
85, but in a beautiful location, gets him looking. And Max Frasier, from Bixby to Frasier, they haven't skipped a beat. Credit to Ryan Kramer. The pitching has been amazing here today.
Just going to bring up JT Crabb. Strikeout and a walk today. First pitch, and Crabb swing and miss, strike 1. First look for Crabb at Max Frasier. Frasier, 3 Ks already. The 0-1 pitch. And Crabb back up the middle. Here comes Drew Markle coming in from short on a high horse, and the throw, it was a good one and in time. Drew Markle covered a lot of ground there at short, 2 gone.
Great play by Drew Markle. We see him rotating from shortstop to the outfield, and he looks just as smooth at both positions. That time, ball not hit hard at all. Rushing in, play on the run, and makes it look easy. 2 down.
Here is Carson Case, another lefty. In this 6th inning, Sturs leading 3-0. Still dangerous lead in this ball game heading into the late innings. Wants more insurance with the first pitch in there for a strike to Carson Case.
Attacking, that's been the name of the game for Ryan Kramer's staff. Been so efficient all year long. Big props to him.
The 0-1 breaking ball, beauty. 0-2.
Back-to-back breaking balls. That one at 73. Very slow, but put exactly where he wants. 0-2 now has the freedom to go anywhere.
2 gone. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Max Frasier, 3 up, 3 down, and punches out 2. Fantastic work from the reliever. Bottom of the 6th we go. Sturs 3-0.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Forresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Jesse DiMaggio will lead things off. Ryan Taman and Drew Markle will bottom the order up in this inning. Sturs lead 3-0. First pitch, and this ball is down the left field line, and that ball will drop in front of the left fielder Crab. That is a leadoff base hit for Jesse. And the Sturs in business in the 6th.
Jesse DiMaggio getting things going for the Sturs. And besides the first and third innings for the Foresters, the offense has been relatively quiet. Not a ton of run production. Looking for just a little more to give that bullpen some insurance.
1 run in the first, 2 in the 3rd for Santa Barbara. Jack back to first, and in safe is DiMaggio with Jared Sawyer, who started the last inning. He saw 4 batters in his first inning of work after taking over for Jack O'Malley, the starter who went 4 for the San Diego Sunrays. First pitch to Ryan Taman is a breaking ball away, ball 1. Jesse DiMaggio aboard for the first time today, first hit. Here's the 1-0, and Taman check swing, takes the strike at 77 to even up the count, a ball and a strike.
Taman 2 at-bats, reached on that E6, and then a pop out to the shortstop. But with how good he's been, gotta assume he gets a hit today.
1-1, missing away to Ryan. That is ball 2. On deck is Drew Markle. But the Sturs, that just a 3-run lead. Ideally, a couple more runs. Try to see out this game. We saw Jackson Cloud throwing down the bullpen, likely would take over in the next inning. 2-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike, 2-2.
There's been a ton of moans and groans from the Forester faithful and from the dugout with this strike zone today. It's been wide, consistent for the most part, but just an adjustment for every hitter.
2-2 pitch, and Taman sees a ball down, full count. Big pitch here. DiMaggio at first.
Could be a pitch that DiMaggio runs on here, Hunter. Full count, no outs. Could get a good jump.
Here's the pitch, and Taman sends it foul down the third base line. We will do it again. The Sturs rounding out this homestand here in Santa Barbara. Gearing up for 3 matchups against Slow. All next week, including one tomorrow. 2 on the road as well. Payoff pitch, runner goes. That is ball 4. And into second goes DiMaggio. Taman will reach base on balls. Second time he reaches. First walk of the day for Ryan.
Drew Markle now was plunked his last time through, but the bat is heating up at the right time. No outs. This feels like it could be the inning, Hunter, that puts a stamp on a potential victory.
Especially with Drew in the 9 spot, top of the order on deck. Opportunity to do some damage with no outs. First pitch, Drew sees it high, ball 1. Maggio at second, Taman first. Last run score was in the 3rd inning. They put up 2. Jared Sawyer looking into his catcher, Max Imhoff. Here's the pitch, the 1-0 in the left center field for Drew Markle. Markle at the wall, and it is caught by the left fielder, Crab. Well hit from Drew Markle. It comes up just a bit short in left center field. 1 gone in the 6th.
Not only did we think that ball was over the fence, I think Drew Markle did as well. Walking down to first base, he was watching it all the way. Kind of a bat drop, but caught right in front of the fence for the first out.
Here's Dylan Fishbow. He will hit for the first time today. He was sub for Dylan Maxey in the last inning defensively. Now hitting for the first time. Still a chance for the Sturs to extend their 3-0 lead. The pitch, and it will skip past catcher Imhoff, and a free 90 for both base runners, and holding up at third. It looked like DiMaggio might try to wheel it home, but now 2 in scoring position.
And that is a huge 90 feet for both base runners. In the 6th inning, this might be an instance where the Sunrays bring the infield in to try to prevent the damage, or at least halfway. But Dylan Fishbow, not a ton of opportunities to start this season. All these guys trying to work their way into the lineup. Could be a signature moment with a base hit.
1-0 pitch misses, ball 2. Klepsch will be on deck. And a chance for the Sturs in this 6th inning to cushion their 3-0 lead over the San Diego Sunrays. At third, DiMaggio, Taman second. Sawyer, the delivery, and this one is in the right center field. The center fielder, Darcy, looking to get there, but that ball falls at the wall, and that ball over the wall, and 2 runs will come in to score. And Dylan Fishbow, what a pinch hit. Automatic double over right center field. Sturs now lead 5-0 over San Diego.
What an awesome moment for Dylan Fishbow. Been grinding in practice, just trying to get an opportunity. He gets one and takes full advantage. That ball was smoked to right center. 5-0 Sturs.
So the Sturs do pick up extra insurance runs. Here's Klepsch. Still only a single out in the inning. Fishbow now at second. The pitch, and Klepsch sends this one into left center field. This one is well hit as well, but Crab slides over and was able to make the catch. And tagging is Fishbow at second. He will get to third. That ball almost had the same exact look as Drew Markle. Same sound, same sizzle factor off the bat, and almost caught in the same spot. 2 gone.
And really nice base running from Dylan Fishbow to recognize that that ball was in the gap. Tagging at second and advancing on the catch. Caden Peterson has had the best day at the plate you can possibly have. A walk in the 1st, a hit in the 3rd, another hit in the 5th. And the guy you want up with a runner on.
Pitch from Sawyer, and the first pitch to Caden Peterson missing away, ball 1. Peterson, those 3 times that he has reached, came around to score 2 of the 5 runs for the Santa Barbara Foresters. Now leading 5-0 in the bottom of the 6th. 1-0 pitch, And Peterson pops it up right side. The first baseman, second baseman, right fielder all converge, but it's the second baseman Chavez to make the squeeze and the side retired. But the damage done by Santa Barbara. Dylan Fishbow in his first AB of the day. 2 runs in a double. Sturs now lead 5-0 going to the 7th.
Half of the proceeds, the other half goes to help the Foresters Foundation. Hugs for
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Top of the 7th inning, Max Frasier will remain in the ballgame. The left-handed reliever, he's going to face Marquez, Imhoff, and Grantham up in this inning. First pitch, and Marquez swings and just taps it foul. Back for strike number 1. Sturs putting up 2 more runs in the 6th. They now lead 5-0 over the San Diego Sunrays. Final game of the homestand for the Santa Barbara Foresters. And Frasier has been looking very good in this ballgame. The 0-1. Marquez runs it back to the mound, but in comes Drew Markle from short, and it's a great play over at short to the first baseman. Marquez grounds out 6-3, 1 away.
Play after play from Drew Markle. It's very impressive when not necessarily that comfortable at shortstop with all the moving parts, being a utility guy, and still making one of the more difficult positions on the field look that easy.
Marquez retired for the 3rd time today. Here's Max Imhoff. Fly out into left and a walk. Still his first look at Max Frasier. First pitch, and this missing low. That is ball 1. And who plays for Yale. He's gone 9 for 23. He's very good. Average at .391 entering today. The 1-0 pitch, and Imhoff swing and miss, 1-1.
Tons of swing and miss stuff from Max Frasier, wherever he decides to go with his pitches. But out of the bullpen today, that lefty delivery's been so good.
This one peppered foul for strike number 2. Braden Grantham will be next, top the 7th. 5-0 Santa Barbara Foresters lead. Imhoff needing to protect the plate here from Frasier, the 1-2 pitch, and that will be ball 2 down low to even up the count.
Frasier out of Washington, making the trip to California for the summer. So great to see all these guys come together and build something special. Once again, another year of Forester ball.
This one out of play over that first base dugout. We will do it again, 2-2. Well, these teams both in the CCL South, they only meet up one more time in the regular season late in July. It's actually the second to last game for the Sturs on the regular season docket on the 20th of July. Be back here at home. 2-2 pitch. Imhoff sees it in. Full count.
And another one of those instances, Hunter, where challenging will be necessary. Do not want to give up the free pass.
Leadoff man was retired. Here's a payoff pitch, and Imhoff reaches for it down the right field line. It'll go foul, and Nearly hitting Ty Baker, who was sitting down in the outfield grass. Has to roll away from it down at the bullpen. Still 3-2.
You know, the life out of a guy in the bullpen. Very relaxed for most of the game, but you got to stay aware. And Ty almost got drilled. Glad he's okay.
Remains 3-2. One away, bases clear, top of the 7th. Here's the payoff pitch, and Imhoff reaches for it again in right field. Tracking back is Will Rogers, and back bells makes the squeeze for the second out of the inning. Looked like Will might have lost sight of that ball. He kind of had to move forward and then back, but was able to make the catch no problem.
Will always makes you hold your breath when you're in the out, or when he's in the outfield. A little untraditional for him to be in that position, but always ends up making the play. That's all that matters.
Here's the first pitch to Braden Grantham, missing away, ball 1. And we did see this yesterday for the first time really all year. The sun setting, Johnny Rodriguez completely lost the ball at first base when it was thrown to him from TJ at short. Keep an eye out on that one. 1-0 pitch, and Grantham will take a strike, 1-1.
Grantham today with a walk and a strikeout looking in the 5th inning.
This is actually the first batter that Frasier faced when he entered in relief. The 0-1 pitch, and Grantham sees it away, even up the count.
And that's a pitch that Frasier's going to want just because of the ump expanding towards the outer half as the game's gone on. That time puts it right at Taman's glove, but doesn't get the call.
Frasier has been doing very well out of the pen, the 1-1, and Grantham sees one. Does not get the call. Does Max Frasier. It's ball 2. Looks like he lit up the strike zone. 2 balls and a strike. Check that. 3-1 now. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and that will find the strike zone. Full count.
Great job by Frasier to come back into the strike zone. Knows he has Grantham's number with that looking K. Looking for one more.
And the pitch, and it's in the right center field, but slicing to right field. Here's Will Rogers, makes the squeeze, and yet another 3 up, 3 down for Max Frasier. Frasier has retired 7 in a row, and it is stretch time here from Santa Barbara. Stars lead 5-0.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
We go to the bottom of the 7th, and Santa Barbara Foresters lead 5-0, and we'll have a pitching change for the San Diego Sunrays. Colin Ree will now enter in the bottom of the 7th for the Sunrays.
Colin Ree, another one of the Sunrays arms that has struggled a little bit to start the season. The walk to strikeout ratio hasn't been ideal, and he will get the best hitter on the Foresters to open up his outing, and it doesn't get much more difficult than that. Here comes Jack Holman.
Holman, RBI double, a run scored and a single and a walk. To the ledger for Jack Holman today. The right-handed pitcher plays for Irvine Valley College. Send in the first pitch to the lethal batter, Holman. And Jack sees it in at 90, ball 1.
Holman with a double in the first, a single in the third, and a walk last time through. I would guess, Hunter, those walk numbers start to tick up as the season goes on just because of that ever-dangerous threat.
I have to agree with you at the 1-0, missing away, ball 2. It's going to be Holman, Daniel Patterson, and Will Rogers. The middle 3 in the order for the Sturs here in the 7th. And Colin Ree, 2 straight balls to Holman. Here's the third offering, and Jack drills it into left, and that ball will fall in front of the left fielder, JT Crabb, and that is a leadoff base hit yet again for the Sturs, and Holman has his 3rd knock of the day.
Jack Holman is so dialed in at the plate. And usually a guy at his stature relies on that power, but what's impressed me with Holman is just how good of a pure hitter he is, able to spray the ball to left field, and also has the home run pop in that bat, and looks like Bollinger is going to get a chance to hit for Patty.
Now Bollinger to hit for the third baseman, Daniel Patterson. Daniel had a ground out to short, a walk, and a fly out. It's now Bollinger. Second change of the day for the manager in terms of pinch hitters. We saw Dylan Fishbow enter at the top of the order for Dylan Maxey, the leadoff man aboard. And here is Jack batting from the left side, so the second lefty to face Colin Ree. First pitch, and Jack will see a breaking ball in there for a strike.
Bolly's been good to start this year, bouncing around positions, but reminds me of just speedy contact hitter. That's the best way to describe him.
As the 0-1 down and away, that's 77 from Colin Ree. 1-1 the count. Sturs leading 5-0. Bottom of the 7th. Tacked on some insurance runs in the last inning, put up 2 to make it a 5-run ball game. Jack back to first base. It was a good pickoff move, but in safe is Holman. 1-1 it remains.
Close pickoff there. Holman might shorten his lead by half a step.
Already seen a good pickoff from San Diego pitching today. Here's the next pitch to Bollinger, missing in a great slide by Max Imhoff for ball 2, and to keep Jack at first base.
We'll see if manager Pintar decides to empty the bench a little more, get some guys at bats here moving into the 7th inning up by 5.
And Colin Ree in his first inning. 2-1 pitch. Bollinger jammed towards the shortstop. Estrada has to cover a lot of ground to second base. They get one. A good effort from that shortstop to get the force out at second. It was a real tough play, but he gets an out.
And that's a really nice play from the shortstop Estrada. We've seen him flashing the leather today. That time looks so smooth. Had to go to almost the sidearm 3/4 release throw to get that out at second. But Bollinger, too much speed on the back end for a DP.
Cesar Chavez, again, holding things down at second. Came in the 5th inning, and now out to the hill, Imhoff. For Will Rogers will stand in for the 4th time today. Will Rogers a strikeout, 2 RBI single in the 3rd, and a line out into left. What Will has done today. But Bollinger now at first, 1 down. Sturs still leading 5-0. DiMaggio will be next. Here's the first pitch to Will, and it's down, gets past Imhoff, and to second base goes Jack Bollinger, and Another man in scoring position for the Santa Barbara Foresters.
It's been an interesting collegiate career from Will Rogers, sometimes at ASU and now Michigan, but has stayed with the Foresters now for his second summer with the squad, and that's kind of played into that utility making. Manager Pentard's found his use in all positions on the field.
Swiss Army knife on this Foresters team. Setting the count 1-0. That's an opportunity to drive in the 6th run of the day for the Sturs. Jack's a good runner at second. 1-0 pitch, and Rogers will take a ball. 2-0.
Good take there from Will Rogers. Average continues to climb up the point percentage as the season goes on just because of how great his at-bats have been.
2-0 missing away, and that last one at 88 from Colin Reeves, been upper 80s, pardon me. Also clipping lower 90s on his fastballs. But he falls behind Will Rogers 3-0. DiMaggio will be on deck. Bollinger at second. 1 away in the 7th inning.
And 3-0 here with the trust in Will Rogers that the Foresters have. Would guess that he'll get the green light.
3-0, he does have the green light, just taps it foul for strike number 1. Looks like it would have been a fastball straight down the gut of the plate from Colin Reed. But the relief pitcher gets himself back in the count. The first two he has faced, base hit from Holman. It's a tough man to face coming out of the bullpen, then produced a ground ball from Jack Bollinger, grounded into a fielder's choice. 3-1 pitch. And Rogers takes ball 4 down the opposite batter's box, and that's going to put 2 aboard for Santa Barbara to bring up Jesse DiMaggio.
Another day from Will Rogers where he was productive throughout the game. Reaches base in 2 plate appearances. He has the big 2 RBI single. Continues to keep it rolling.
Here's Jesse DiMaggio. 1 for 3 today with a run scored. She had a base hit in the last and lead off in the 6th. That's when the Sturs put up 2 extra runs. Now a chance to put up a few more. 5-0 our score. First pitch and a breaking ball out of play. Fell back to the right behind home plate. Strike 1.
That DiMaggio single just dunked in front of the left fielder. His first hit of the game. DHing today, but we've seen him all over, especially at the corner infield spots.
Jesse has a chance to drive in some runs. Has the hit today. Here's the 0-1, fouled straight back, strike 2. Another fastball from Colin Reed at 88. Gets ahead of DiMaggio, 0-2.
Fouled straight back means that DiMaggio is on it. Looking very composed at the plate for one of the younger members of the Foresters.
2 aboard, single out. And Ree look back to second base, the 0-2 pitch, and Jesse reaches for it, just is able to tap it foul to stay alive. We will do it again. No balls, 2 strikes.
Great fight from Jesse DiMaggio. Battling that 81-mile-an-hour breaking ball off. We talked about those insurance runs, Hunter. This is a good opportunity for exactly that.
Up by 5 currently, really could put the ball game out of reach. Good swing of the bat here from Jesse. The 0-2 pitch, and DiMaggio will see one high at 88, ball 1. In terms of pitching, or the San Diego Sunrays, they were pretty limited in arms that they could go to. Colin Reed, the 3rd man to be used today, 2nd man out of the pen. Starter went 4, Jared Sawyer went 2. 1-2 pitch, and DiMaggio reaches for it, goes back to the mound, the play at first. DiMaggio tries to beat it out, but he will not. The throw in time, and he will ground out 1-3 for the 2nd out. But both base runners advance into scoring position.
And that's also a very nice play from Ree. Not rushing the throw. You see on those PFPs that you practice so much outside of the game, rushing that throw when live action is brought upon the players. But Ree, great play, but Still productive from DiMaggio, moving both runners up into scoring position.
That's going to bring up Ryan Taman. At third is Bollinger. At second is Will Rogers. Here's the first pitch, and Ryan will take a strike at 80 miles an hour from Colin Ree. 0-1. Taman today reached on error. He had a pop up to short, worked a walk, and also scored on that occasion back in the 6th inning, just the last inning, when the Stars put up 2. Trying to put up 2 more right here with 2 gone and 2 in scoring position. The 0-1 pitch, and Ryan in the right center field. Carson Case moves over and is able to make the squeeze for the 3rd out. Pair left stranded in scoring position, but the Stars still lead 5-0 headed to the 8th.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Stars, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Forresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Top of the 8th inning, the Stars lead 5-0. A defensive switch. Jack Bollinger now in at second base, and Addison Klepsch now at third, with Bollinger hitting for the third baseman Patterson. Those two just flip-flopping in the infield, and Max Frasier will remain on the hill for his 4th inning of relief work. He's going to face 9, 1, and 2.
And when we heard from Coach Kramer, he talked about how there's 5 guys that were hot today with the ability to pitch. He's only had to use 2. And throughout the season, that's been a constant theme, these guys being efficient, and that's why the arms remain fresh every time out.
We did see Jackson Cloudworm, and we do see Jake Fields up and tossing down that right field line. But here is Frank Estrada. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1.
And that also is one of the reasons, Hunter, this game has flew by. Very fast, good pitching from both sides, but the one crooked number from the Stars has pushed them over the top.
The 0-1 pitch, and Estrada will take a fastball down. 1-1 for Frasier. He entered in the 5th inning, struck out the first man he faced, conceded the lone hit of the ball game to the San Diego Sunrays in the 5th. Deuced a ground ball for a fielder's choice, but since then 7 straight retired by Max. 1-1 pitch, and this ball sent foul. The on-deck circle is actually caught by Garcia standing over there. That's strike 2.
Staying aware over there in the on-deck circle. Frasier, once again, getting ahead. And hoping to talk to Ryan Kramer after, but can only assume it'll be all positives from this staff. Been amazing.
1-2 pitch, and this ball sent hard down the third base and left field line. That is fair all the way down in the corner. Going to second is Frank Estrada, and he will cruise into second base. That is a leadoff double. And Frank Estrada has both of the hits today for the San Diego Sunrays. Leadoff double for San Diego.
And I was giving him some praise earlier, but another ball that was barreled, and that's a good location. A curveball on the inner half of the plate. Little bit of hang to it, but Estrada rips it down the line, just turning on that pitch.
Frank Estrada reaching base for the 3rd time today. He's got the single, the double now, and he also had a walk. To bring around the top of the order, Gabe Darcy, Top of the 8th, the Sturs lead 5-0. Darcy is 0 for 3 today. First pitch, and Darcy will see it down low, ball 1.
No harm, no foul. Giving up a double there, up by 5 runs. Just about getting back into the strike zone.
Frasier back out for his 4th inning. Our starter Bixby went 4. 1-0, and Darcy will take fastball low, ball 2.
Good location from Frasier, but just missed a bit down.
Cesar Chavez will be on deck. Sturs looking for the first out here in the 8th, leading by 5. Want to take care of business here against Darcy at the top of the order. Now time being called by the batter. Sturs have won 3 straight games going back to earlier in the week, and really 4 straight games, including a non-CCL game, but we said earlier not counting towards stats and standings. But 3/4 games straight. 2-0 pitch, and that will miss low at 80. That is ball 3. You got to be cautious here if you're Santa Barbara.
And I think that's what's made this performance from a lot of these pitchers so frustrating, is because of the inconsistencies down below the knees on the strike zone. Frasier feels like that should be filled up, but has to adjust for these final 2 innings.
3-0 pitch, and that one will miss for ball 4. And Frasier is puzzled on the hill. That's going to put Darcy to first. And 2 aboard and no outs here in the 8th.
Looks like Jake Fields is now about to be loose. That was the one guy for Ryan Kramer that said he will be pitching today. A lot of the other guys were kind of up in the air, but Jake Fields was the one guy that was a guarantee. So might lean on him to close this ball game.
Quick word from Ryan Taman out to Max Frasier. So that puts 2 aboard with no outs. Top of the 8th, it's 5-0 Sturs lead. First pitch to Chavez, and that is a strike. 0-1.
And that one feels very good if you're Frasier. Getting back into the strike zone, looking for a ground ball to limit the damage here in this inning.
It's a leadoff double by Estrada, and here's the 0-1. That is in there for strike 2, and Frasier locking back in. Didn't get the calls against Darcy, and he's quickly ahead 0-2 against Cesar Chavez. Chavez batting for the 2nd time, struck out in the 5th. There's the 0-2 and stays alive, send it straight back over the first base dugout. It remains 0-2.
It's a good fight on what seemed to be closer to the fastball. That curveball's been great. 0-2, trusting Ryan Taman. Everybody echoes that that guy's a wall back there. You're able to spike a curveball with 2 strikes, and he can block it. Might go to that pitch right now.
The 0-2, and this ball's popped up right side and it's drifting into foul ground. A chance for the first baseman, but falls just about inches in front of the first base dugout. No play really for Jack Holman. Remains no balls, 2 strikes.
Jack Holman also playing off the line with runners on 1st and 2nd, not holding the runner on. If he happened to be, might have been able to get to that, but just out of reach.
Cesar Chavez, 2nd plate appearance. Putting together, fouling off a couple pitches to stay alive. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Chavez stays alive again, just getting the end of the bat on it. Still, 0-2.
A good fight, Max Frasier needing to go win. The confidence that that would get back into this dugout. You can feel a lot of tension at this moment. Kind of everybody on the edge of their seat. What's going to happen next? A strikeout would take off a lot of that pressure.
Here's the pitch, and Chavez reaches for it. It's back up the middle. Nearly took the legs off Frasier. That is a base hit. 1 run will score. That's an RBI single for Cesar Chavez. And the San Diego Sunrays get their first run of the day.
Very scary there. Whenever a ball is hit right back to the pitcher, you kind of hold your breath a little bit.
was Frank Estrada from second base who came around to plate. The opening run of the day for San Diego is now 5-1. Gabe Darcy to second, RBI single for Cesar Chavez up the heart of the field. And that's going to bring up Zach Late, 0 for 3 today. 2 Ks and a fly out to left. It would be Max Frasier. I should say Jake Fields, next man up. The first pitch, good breaking ball in there for a strike.
And I would guess, Hunter, that this will be the last guy that Max Frasier faces because of it being left-left. You don't want to expend him too long and let the Sunrays climb back into this game.
The 0-1 pitch, and late we'll see a breaking ball high, 1-1. Yeah, right-hander on deck, JT Crab. This is a big batter here. Do not want to bring the tying run to the plate. Still with no outs. The 1-1 pitch, and it's fouled back. That is strike 2. First 3 men all reaching base. It was a leadoff double from Estrada, who has since scored. Darcy worked to walk at second. The RBI base hit from Chavez up the middle.
This is the sort of moment, too, Hunter, where a strikeout, you'll hear a big burst from the crowd. Round of applause. Everyone holding their breath now, waiting for that pop.
Yeah, pitch, and this ball just tapped by Zach Late. He stays alive, 1-2. The final game of this homestand into tomorrow's game against Slow. Do not want to make it closer than it has to be here in the 8th. Stirs the bottom half of this, and you're going to have Markle, Fishbone, Klepsch, 9-1-2. And this lefty-lefty matchup, Frasier looking for a huge first out here in the 8th frame. Shakes off a couple from Taman. 2 aboard, no outs. Already a run in. 1-2 pitch, and Late takes strike 3. Max Frasier gets him with the fastball. Big first out in the 8th.
That is a huge strikeout from Max Frasier right on a corner, and it looks like no movement from the Forster's pitching staff. They will allow Frasier to face another batter.
Ryan Kramer just out in front of the first base dugout, but it's going to be JT Crab, 0 for 2 with a walk today, standing in, but now a double play in order to get out of this inning, limiting the damage to only a single run. First pitch to Crab, and that will be down the middle, a little out of half the plate, but it is a strike, 0-1.
It's a great location for Max Frasier, especially to start in that bat. How can he build off of that will be the question.
5-1 our score. And the second pitch, swing and a miss to JT Crab. He is quickly down 0-2 to Max Frasier. Darcy at second. Cesar Chavez drove in a run. He is at first. First 3 reaching against Frasier. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And Crab swing and a miss. He is down on strikes. 2 consecutive strikeouts for Max Frasier and 2 big outs in the 8th.
Max Frasier, A+ out of the bullpen throughout this whole outing, being able to go multiple innings, preserve the rest of the arms down there in the pen. Now 1 out away from finishing the 8th inning up 5-1.
Frasier's now struck out 6. 2 gone. Here's the first pitch to Carson Case. Popped up in the infield. Looks like Frasier's going to call everyone off, and he will make the catch. What an effort from Max Frasier. The first 3 all reached base against him. A run scored, but he retires the next 3 to take us to the bottom of the 8th. Sturs lead 5-1 over San Diego.
All right, everyone that participated in that 50-50 raffle, get those tickets out.
Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Score now 5-1. The Sunrays picking one up in the 8th, but it's going to be Drew Markle, Fishbow, Klepsch in the bottom of the 8th. The Sturs leading by 4. Colin Ree remains in the ball game on the hill. Here's the first pitch to Drew Markle. First matchup between these two, and the first one missing away to the right-handed batter. Ball 1.
Despite Drew Markle being 0 for 3, swung a hot bat. He thought he had a hold of a home run in the 6th inning, but caught right in front of the wall.
1-0 pitch, and this one's chopped over to the third baseman. Here's Grantham, who fields it on the run, and the throw in time to retire Drew Markle. And Markle always makes those plays down to first. Interesting, on a good run down to first, but late. Throw in time, and he is retired, 1 away.
Yeah, it's an awesome quality from Drew Markle. We talked about the hard 90s for the rest of the guys, the young players like Addison Klepsch, but Drew Markle brings it day in, day out, and that will only result in more success moving forward.
Here is Dylan Fishbow, a 2 RBI double, and he's going to have a chat with the manager just out of frame, Bill Pintard, what to do here. But for Fishbow, hasn't seen a lot of ABs. First time he steps in the ball game, 2-run double to really open up this ball game to make it a 5-0 lead at the time.
And Dylan Fishbow, that's the difference, or the big difference maker, we should say, up by 4, but that 2 RBI double, the play that you remember, pinch hitting and living up to the moment.
So here comes the first pitch to Dylan. Looks to lay down a bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike at 90 from Colin Ree. One away and the base is clear. Next will be Addison Klepsch. Winding up the 0-1 pitch, and not electing to bump this time, takes it down the dirt, 1-1.
Dylan Fishbow, one of the many players on the Foresters from smaller schools, and that mixture of D1 and smaller, great camaraderie from all these guys. At the end of the day, all playing high-level baseball.
1-1 away at 92, Dylan Fishbow. Carlsbad native in Southern California, but plays for Stevens Institute of Technology out on the other coast, the East Coast. But it's 2-1 for Dylan. Bottom of the 8th, Sturs leading 5-1 with 1 out. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Fishbow, and Dylan will take a strike, 2-2.
Fishbow's been amazing battling in counts. Look to punch a single and get a rally kick-started with 1 out in the 8th.
The 2-2 pitch, and Fishbow goes down looking, takes strike 389 from Colin Ree, and Ree has his first K, 2 down in the bottom of the 8th.
For the Foresters, brought to you by Vinny's Craft House, number 6, second baseman, Addison Klepsch.
It's Klepsch' ability to get his 5th at-bat today.
Currently for Addison, 0 for 4. And in 2 gone, bases clear, bottom of the 8th. First pitch, and Klepsch chops it over to the third baseman, who charges in. Good grab from Grantham, and the throw in time to retire Klepsch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Colin Ree. We are headed to the 9th. Marquez, Imhoff, and Grantham due up. Sturs lead 5-1, headed to the final inning.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
We go to the ninth inning with the Santa Barbara Foresters leading 5-1 over the San Diego Sunrays. We're going to have a new pitcher coming in the ballgame for the Stars, Jake Fields, now to pitch to relieve Max Frasier, who went 4 innings of phenomenal work out of the bullpen.
Jake Fields, he's kind of found himself in these moments multiple times, closing out games. We thought we might see Jackson Cloud here today, but Fields' turn to shut the door on yet another win for the Stars.
First pitch, and it's going to be a pinch hitter, Kai Martinez, now hitting in the spot for Isaiah Marquez. 6th spot in the order. Martinez hitting for the first time the 0-1 pitch, and he's quickly down 0-2, and Jake Fields locking in early here in the 9th.
Beautiful job attacking, knowing he has 4 runs of insurance. No excuse to walk anybody.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Martinez. And Martinez swing and a miss. 92 from Jake Fields on that heater. He sits down Martinez on 3 pitches.
Beautiful job by Jake Fields, knowing the game plan. Attack hitters as soon as you come in. He does exactly that, throwing the minimum.
There's Max Imhoff. The San Diego Sunrays down to their final 2 outs, trailing by 4. And Fields 3 pitches and 3 strikes. First pitch to Imhoff, and it will miss at 89, ball 1. Imhoff today 0 for 2 with a walk. Pair of flyouts in the outfield, sandwiched around that walk in the 4th. The 1-0 pitch, and he will take a strike at 89, 1-1.
Taking a little bit off of that one, but a perfect location. 2 outs away. Getting the victory.
1-1 pitch to the catcher, and Imhoff will pop it up right side. Jack Holman in foul ground, but runs out of real estate. Ball bouncing behind that first base dugout, but it is strike 2.
Seen that slider. So effective from Jake Fields out of Long Beach State. Live arm. Definition of a closer, and he's been brilliant, looking for another punch out.
1-2 pitch, and that will be ball 2. Fantastic looking pitch to Max Imhoff. It's 2-2. Stars looking for 2 more outs. 2-2 pitch, and this one's over to third base, and that ball is handled by Drew Markle. Can he make the play? The throw pulled the first baseman off, and it looks like Imhoff was going to try to round first, but he came around at a weird angle, but he gets back to first base, no problem. But what an effort from Drew Markle to stop that ball from going into left.
What a play by Drew Markle, but I think Imhoff thought that was through into the outfield,
Good
and he
point.
started to round first base, thinking 2. And Also with that sun, it's hard to see if the throw's coming in or not.
Well, another pinch hitter for Braden Grantham. Alex Zive to hit now for the first time. 1-out knock. Sturs looking for 2 more to close out this ball game. Check back to first base. Alex Zive still awaiting his first pitch. Here it is, and it will miss away, ball 1.
Looking to get back into the strike zone. A ground ball ends this game with a double play.
Zive hitting for the first time for Grantham in the 8th spot. Looking for 2 more outs for the Sturs, leading 5-1. 1-0 pitch, and Zive fouls it back. 1-1.
Pinch hitting for the Sunrays, Alex Zive.
Good location, fastball at the letters. Nobody getting loose in the bullpen. This is Jake Fields' game.
1-1 pitch, missing and actually hitting the left side of Zive. So he got the Evo shield on that left arm. That's going to put 2 aboard with 1 out here. So I'm off to second, and Zive gets hit. That's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, Estrada.
You know, it's interesting, too, Hunter. The Evo shield and the bat sound very similarly for us.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes hard to tell what it exactly hit, but they're pretty easy to see that it was the elbow guard. First and second, now 1 out. Still just a double play away, but Jake Fields has to lock it in.
I want to bring the tying run to the plate, and Estrada. He's gotten on base 3 times today, and he's 2 for 2. Not the man you really want to be facing late in the ball game. First pitch, and Estrada lays off the high fastball. That's ball 1.
Estrada's been so good today out of the 9 spot. Exactly what you look for. We've talked about it before, Hunter. That 9 spot, it's a reverse leadoff. But what Estrada's been able to do is showcase power as well with an extra base hit in the 8th inning. Great at-bats every single time up.
He's got 2 of the 4 hits. Back pick to second base. There's a play there, and the second baseman, Bollinger, tries his best to slap it down, but back safely is Max Imhoff. Ball 2 to Frank Estrada. Now there is action in that bullpen. Arm warming up down that right field line. Do not want to bring the tying run to the plate. 2-0 pitch, and Estrada swinging a miss. Strike 1. Big first strike for Jake Fields.
You can hear the golfers clap surrounding Eddie Matthews Field. A sigh of relief. Finally, a strike fills up the zone. Looking to follow that up with yet another.
2 aboard. Sturs just need 2 more outs to finish off this game. The 2-1. That one's in and out of the glove of Taman, and that will push both runners into scoring position. First base now open. 3-1 the count. Top of the order, Gabe Darcy on deck.
That's going to be ruled as a pass ball, Hunter. It should have been caught by Ryan Taman, but cannot squeeze it. Now 2 runners in scoring position.
5-1 our score, top of the 9th. 2 now in scoring position, 1 gone. Eliminating the double play on that pass ball. It's a big 3-1 pitch. Estrada takes a strike. Fields has a full count.
I'm shocked that Estrada took that one. Looked like it was over the middle of the plate, but making sure to stay back, knowing that base runners are more important. A strikeout here for Jake Fields would be massive.
Top of the order on deck. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Jake Fields strikes him out. 2 gone in the 9th.
Reach back, fastball, a straight challenge saying go and hit it. And he cannot do so. 2 down and now 1 out away.
Massive second out for Jake Fields, and the Sturs leading 5-1. There are 2 in scoring position, 2 gone. It's going to bring around Gabe Darcy. Fields digging deep, had a full count. First base was open. If he would have missed, brought the tying run to the plate. Much different story now. First pitch to Darcy. Finds a strike zone at 80, 0-1.
Took a little off and painting the outer half. beautiful location from Jake Fields. He has that open base to work with, but you do not want to bring that tying run to the plate by any means.
It's a 5-1 lead. Sturs just one more out. They have the victory. The 0-1 pitch. Darcy swing and a miss. Big hack. Strike 2.
And now 0-2, 2 outs. This crowd's going to get loud, sensing a 4th straight victory on the horizon, Hunter.
Gabe Darcy, he takes a moment. 2 in scoring position. It's all in front of Jake Fields and Gabe Darcy. 2 gone. 5-1 our score. Nothing in to the count. Here's a delivery. And Fields strikes him out. Jake Fields, what an effort here in the 9th. And the Sturs win the ball game 5-1.
Under 3 hours, Hunter. We haven't seen that often at all this year. But it is just credit to the Foresters pitching staff. They were phenomenal, from Bixby to Frasier to Fields. All came in today with a clear approach to attack the strike zone, and it's a big-time win, something to build off of as they go to Slow tomorrow for a great CCL contest.
And don't go anywhere. We'll hear from Jack Holman in just a few moments. But, Aiden, before we hear from Jack, after a quick break, what do you think the expectations are for going up to Slow tomorrow for a day game in a very tough situation, tough place to play?
Well, I think the expectations, Hunter, is simply go and get a W. For the opener, it was close. It was gritty, low scoring. They were able to edge out a victory to start the season. You want that similar feel, especially a weekend game opening up a 3-game stretch, actually, against the Blues. Starting off with a win will go a long way. Looks like Frank will get the bump out of UCSB. So hopefully he can have a bounce-back start, obviously getting integrated with the Foresters now fully. So it'll be a lot of fun, and hoping that the Foresters can get it done.
Well, they'll be at Slow tomorrow, and we'll take a short break and hear from Jack Holman, who is 3 for 3 today with a walk, when we return. Don't go anywhere. Jack Holman coming up next. Welcome back to Santa Barbara, and we were joined by Jack Holman, who had a great day today. Jack, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for having me.
Well, Jack, today 3 for 3 with a walk. How would you classify your day as a whole?
Yeah, it was a good day. I was bought into my approach, and yeah, got some pitches to hit and capitalized on them.
And it's sure been fun watching you play. You've had a couple deep shots as well throughout this season. How would you feel coming into, I know you're a local kid from California, but how has it been playing here in Santa Barbara?
Oh, Santa Barbara's awesome. It's, one of my favorite places to be, especially in the summer. And, this team's great. The guys are great. Coaches are great. And it's a great place to be.
And how was being at first base? We talked with some of the first basemen throughout the season. The sun there at the end could get a little shaky with the balls coming in. How was that over there for you today?
Yeah, luckily this one was kind of quicker, so the sun wasn't quite in my eyes yet. But once, if it's a slower game, the sun gets tough for sure.
And we know you're coming to UC Santa Barbara here next year.
Yeah.
How's that exciting for you?
It's awesome. Yeah, I'm super excited. It's going to be a great opportunity for me, and yeah, I'm excited to stay in Santa Barbara.
And how'd you end up getting over there? Did you get in touch with Coach Checkitz, or how did that whole process go for you?
Yeah, so I was in the portal for a little over a month, and they were the first people to hit me up in the portal. And, you know, it's a great program. You know, hosted a regional last year. They've got a great track record, and it's just, yeah, it's a great place for me to be next year.
And how would you, coming here to Santa Barbara, the whole team chemistry with everyone on the bench, the guys in the bullpen, even if you're not a pitcher, but how is everything going as a whole team for you guys?
It's awesome. We've got a great group of guys, you know, great chemistry. It's really fun to play every day and come into work, so couldn't ask for any better.
Awesome. And final random question of the day, pants or shorts? Which one do you prefer?
Oh, shorts all day. I'm a SoCal guy. Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, Jack, thank you so much for catching up from us. Really fun watching you play. Continue to play well, man.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you to Jack Holman to his time. Once again, the final score here from Santa Barbara, 5-1. The Sturs take it over the San Diego Sunrays. So for all the crew behind the scenes, Jack Holman, and for Aiden O'Neill, I'm Hunter Shoemaker saying so long. We'll see you in SLO tomorrow when the Sturs head up north to take on the San Luis Obispo Blues. We'll see you then.